You can thug it out.
We are back with another episode of Sports Punch. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm looking at my TV because the score is 99, Orlando Magic, 86, the Detroit Pistons. We were not expecting this. They are fighting back. The talk was that if you be physical with this team, they will break and give in, and they are not breaking. They are fighting back and they are whooping ass at home. They are
Yeah.
whooping ass. I agree, and I said, yo, I think if you just push them around, they soft because Paolo Banchero ain't really that much of a bully down there. He don't really do much to bully guys. I went along with the narrative, but guess what happens when you go along to narratives that are not true? You make a assumption or you assume. And to assume means you make an ass out of you and me too. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the podcast. My guest, as always, is the one and only. If you find another, he is a phony. We still think this might be a
No.
clone, though. This might be a clone. But ladies and gentlemen, keep too tall. What's happening?
What down? What down? What's good, y'all?
Damn,
What's
what damn, what
poppin'?
damn. Look, I'm
Yeah.
trying to represent with that weak ass jersey on. It's all good. It's
He
all
just
love.
said he wanted this jersey. He gonna try to
I
stab in front
was.
of
I
the
was gonna
camera.
buy. I was gonna buy a real one. I was gonna buy a real one. I ain't gonna cap. No cap. I was
Nah,
gonna buy a
nah.
real one. But
But
go ahead. Do your
now
thing.
I always wanted to have the black ones. They actually stopped selling these like 10 years ago, 15, like stopped making them. So I was like, all right, whenever they come back out with the black alternate joints, and then when they did, I had to cop me one. Got
Don't
the
don't
Conor
do.
Bedard number 88. Fire, bro. I got a lot of compliments and crazy enough from the black people. I was like, they're like, where you get that from? I'm like, stop trying to divide my swag in half. Like you trying to take my
Mm-hmm.
shit and
Mm-mm.
run with it. But no, I let them know, either off fanatics.com. But at the time they sold out so fast, so you gotta either go to the Black Hawk store downtown on Michigan,
Oh,
or like you
okay.
said, Macy's, like you said, they might
I
have
was in
some in there.
Macy's. They had the all red joint in there.
Red
Fire. I
the
was like,
red.
man, I was ready to buy that one. And it
That's gonna be
ain't
my
that
next one.
bad. The price ain't that bad. Like I still
No,
might get that. If I go back in there and it's in there, that's gone. That's
yeah.
gone. Even though it's red and like bright red,
Oh yeah, you
like
want some
apple red or something like that, candy apple red, like it's red, bro. It's
game.
fire red.
Blah 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 blah. Hey, yo, Drake. They thought I was dead.
Yeah, yeah, but it's that joint. So what we discussing today, my brother, because as we can see, as you can see, as they can see, if they are fans of basketball and they're watching the playoffs, the Orlando Magic, who are not favored to win, but now it's looking different with them stepping up and we know them, like Shaq called them Wagner boys. They are not going to back down, and they don't like being
Nah,
called soft, especially because they are. It is true they are German, and they don't want
yep.
to be called soft.
Them
They do
Germans.
not like being called soft at all. So they
Oh,
probably told everybody else, "Hey, we ain't on no pussyfooting. We ain't
nope.
doing that. We are not pusillanimous." Word of the day, if you never heard it, that's where pussy comes from, not from a woman's body part, but the word pusillanimous means cowardly, and they do not want to be considered cowardly coming from where they coming from and making to all the way to the NBA. And because they're playing with other grown men, they do not want to be seen as cowardly men. Because if they are seen as cowardly men, it means that everyone else will disrespect them. And they do not want to be treated that way. And I wouldn't either. Detroit Pistons, you have a fight on your hands. You got to get off the ropes. Like Rum Nitty said, you got to get off the ropes, man. Y'all taking too many punches. Y'all got 5 minutes left to go in that game. Y'all got to figure it out. But Key Too Tall, what we got on cap, Mike? What we got on tap, my guy?
All right, we're gonna talk about the last couple of days of playoffs. We're gonna discuss the Hawks and Knicks, which is becoming one of the better series to watch. Wolves and Nuggets, my boys. Hey, Jay McDaniels might have been right, man. And then
We was he correct about the Minnesota Timberwolves? That and more on this episode of Sports Punch.
And then we're gonna talk about the lucky ass Lakers going up 3-0 somehow against the Houston Rockets. And a couple of NFL draft Bears picks. Talk about who we drafted and if I'm happy with what we got so far, mad, or some winners, some losers of the draft. And then also talk about the Sox, man. The Sox is starting to win some games. They starting to, as a young team, starting to get it out. And talk about Munataka Murakami. He is tied for leading the league as of
Try saying that 3 times fast.
Munataka Murakami.
See how you slow down? See how you slow down? You ain't fooling nobody, bruh.
Nah, but talk about them, and the bum ass Cubs are on a 10-game winning streak. How I don't know. I know they playing bum ass teams along the way. So, but no. I actually want to start off with a this or that
This
edition.
or that, this or that,
Hey, hey,
this
hey,
or
hey,
that.
hey. No,
This.
yeah.
Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm.
Which
All
one
right,
would
let's get it.
you? Which one you rather have in this situation?
Mm-hmm.
Would you rather lose by 30
Would I rather
in a
lose by
game
30 in a game?
or lose by one in a nail biter close game? Or which one would have more? You'd be more upset about? How about that?
If I lose by one, that means there's a couple free throws that I could have hit that could have changed the game. There's a shot that I took that I probably could have settled for. That means there was a 3-pointer that I took, and I probably could have stepped inside the line or drove the ball and got a better basket. Or I could have hit an open man that I know is a dead that's a dead shooter. Like he lights out on the shooting. If I'm being beat, if I'm getting blown out by 30 points, that means there is no point in the game when they went up by 20 did I think that I was going to be able to come back. Now, I may have thought it, but in the
Yeah,
process of trying to come back and
yeah,
lock them down defensively and grab every rebound, and I saw that the lead only broke down to 12, that's the best I could do. And they kept going 16, 20, 24,
yeah, yep.
26, 28, 30. Once that lead got up like that, and every time I tried to interfere with that lead, nothing happened. That's when you know that there's nothing you can do about it. I
Yep.
would be more upset if I lost by one because there's always the opportunity of, hey, you missed a free throw. You
Yep.
didn't get to the free throw line enough. You
Mm-hmm.
missed a shot, or you should have made an assist to a person that was more open than you were, or they're a dead eye shooter and they're gonna knock down a shot. So getting blown out by 30 is more respectable to me because it means I didn't have a shot. But let me say this. Losing by one means that it was a battle between both teams and you just had that last minute execution. But I would be more upset about that last minute execution because you pride yourself on being that good all the way throughout a game, all the
Yeah.
way down to the last waning seconds of a game to make sure that you can close out. And when you don't get it in the last waning seconds of a game, and you lose, it's like, damn, man, what could I have done wrong? And you never want to feel that feeling again because that always sticks with you. And through
Mm-hmm.
the course of a season, you're gonna go, or through the course of your lifetime, you're gonna go, man, I wish I could have done something to get that back. So against that team, every time I play that team, or if it's just you, I always got to get that back.
Yeah.
But if you blow me out by 30, I can't really say much. You gave me an ass whipping. It's like being in a ring with a guy and he knocks you out. He
Yeah.
ain't beat you. He didn't beat you up and win a fight. He didn't beat you up and win
Nah.
a fight. Like he knocked you out. Like if you like Julian, what's my man name? Julian, the Hawk.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what they call him. They call him the Hawk. Julian the Hawk. I forget his last name right now. Damn it. But he was from the Caribbean. He's from the islands, and he had a hell of a right hand. He had a hell of a left hand. And when he touched you, you went out. He didn't have to beat you up through the course of a fight like a guy like Errol Spence has to do. He didn't
Yeah.
beat you up with a bunch of punches. You understand what I'm saying? Like he
Yeah.
just he just he caught you clean and you went out. It was like 2 or 3 punches and you were done for the night. You know what I mean? And when a guy like that can put his hands on you and touch you and you go out, that's that's lights out. Like that's a guy that's lights out punching. You can't be mad at that. Like when a guy like Errol Spence is beating you up, it's like,
Yeah.
yo, everyone is looking at that. They're going, well, yo, why ain't you just move?
True.
Yo,
Yeah.
why ain't you just hold him? Why ain't you just grab him? You understand what I'm saying? But when it comes to a guy like Bud who beat you up and then he catch you clean with shots that you can't see, and there's nothing for you to do, then you're in a lot of trouble. You understand what I'm saying? So blow me out by 30, man. Blow me out by 30 because if I lose by one, it always means that I didn't do enough. I didn't do enough just to get past you with one fucking point. Just
Yeah.
blow me out. I'll be more upset with that one point. Current score right now is 99-94. Orlando Magic are up with 4 minutes left to play in the game. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Sports Punch on a Saturday. What up, Key Two Talk?
Yeah. I agree with you. I'd be more disappointed, or I'd be definitely it more in my head if I was like if I lose by one in a tight game.
Mm.
'Cause, like I feel like both teams gave it their all. It was a nice duel between wherever teams or player or players. Um, tough loss. Like you fought through all that. The ups and downs of the game or wherever you playing football,
Mm.
basketball, baseball. Is
Sir.
especially if it's a back and forth. It's definitely more taxing on you mentally, physically, emotionally as you think about. I feel like you replay more in your head like what just happened the last 5 minutes, the
Sir.
last quarter or two. So yeah, that is tougher to me. I feel like losing by 30, I took it up as a bad day. Just one of those days like either they better than me or I'm just not having the best day right now. And like you said, when I'm trying to fight back and I'm just not getting over that hump, it's just you can want to take that L, chuck that L up as a loss, and be like, all right, next day I'll get them, or next time I'll smack them. So yeah, losing by one in a close game is a little rougher, tougher, harder on you
It
than
is. It
losing by
sucks,
30.
man, knowing that you lose, that you did all that you put everything into it, and then this team just comes along and just they're just able to take the life out of you with that 1 point. You know what I mean? And you weren't able to score back and keep the game going to extend your life through the course of the game, through the course of
Yeah,
4 quarters or overtime, whatever it may be. 104-98 with 4 minutes left to play. Magic are still in control of the game. Keep on going, my brother.
yeah. Get back to the this and that later, but
Mm-hmm.
to talk about 1 point, losing by 1 point, man, that Hawks versus New York Knicks series. I think every game except for game one, game two and game three has been decided by 1 point. And I know watching those games, it's been a straight slugfest between each other. JB and CJ McCollum been going at each other. Jalen Brunson. Obviously, it's being shown that Jalen Brown cannot play defense on CJ McCollum at all. He can't guard him. He can't fuck with him. Even CJ
When you
McCollum
say
said that.
Jalen Brown, make sure
Brun-
that you okay. Say it again.
Jalen Brunson,
Okay.
JB. But no, yeah, this probably been the second best. Maybe it actually might have been the best series so far between how the games are coming down. Jalen Brunson, 26 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. Karl Anthony Towns, 21 points, 17 rebounds, 4 assists. Like, oh, okay, all right, he's starting to show up. OG Inanobi, 29 points, 9 rebounds, 1 assist. I'm thinking like, all right, you got OG scoring over 25 points. And this is a game that New York cannot lose, right? Man, CJ McCollum, 23 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist. Jalen Johnson, 24 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists, damn near a triple double. And Kaminga coming off the bench, 21 points, 4 rebounds. This game was a back and forth. I mean, actually, no, it was really the Hawks was up 18 at one point in this game, but the Knicks was able to fight back, make it a game. And the last 4 or 5 minutes was an interesting series. Remember CJ McCollum and them. They was up about like 3 or 4. I know OG and Nobi hit a big time three buzzer, like a shot clock buzzer beater to bring it within like three, and then Trey McBride shot another three right after that to bring it within. I say either tie the game or one. And matter of fact, tie the game, and then Jalen Brunson got an and one foul plus one to take a 3 point lead. And this is within like the last like minute and a half, two. So I'm thinking, okay, like Knicks like they coming back, they might take this game, make it back to a 2-1 series, take back home court advantage. But something about the coach for the Hawks, he's great at like, out of timeout plays, drawing up plays. He's very student of the game. Drew up a play for CJ to come off a pick, and then roll down to his right side, to right by the wing, pop up jumper, give him a lead 109 to 108. And then the whole time I was preaching from the last game is the Knicks got to go to the hole. They kept like taking like jump shots and stuff, just selling for jump shots. This game, like, all right, go to the hole this time. Go to the hole, and that's what happened last game. They had a fast break, dude pull up, for a jump shot to win it, but he missed it. A lot of people thought he could have maybe went to the free throw, no, the hole to lay it up or something, but didn't have enough time. But this one, You had the ball in the hands of your player, your best player, your most clutch player. Clutch player of the year last year,
Hmm.
Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson get the ball. Trying to do a little on the player. But he goes to the hole. But when he goes to the hole, they double team him. So they have somebody running towards him. Two people running towards him. He sees that. He tries to dish it out through the middle of the lane of the paint to Josh Hart. Josh Hart misses the pass, even though it was a bad pass, a little bit bounce pass was kind of trash. Let the ball get out, and then Atlanta wins the game by one. But this series, man, has been really good. Probably the second best series that I've seen so far. CJ McCollum has found the fountain of youth, rejuvenate with these young cats, leading them the way. Like who would have
Yeah,
thought? Like,
man. It looked like he's back to being the Portland Trail Blazers, CJ McCullough. Or
hmm
is it McCullough or McCullum?
McCollum.
McCullum. CJ McCullum. Like he looks like that guy that's just missing out on having his buddy Dame with him. But he balling out there. He balling with these young guys, and he's out there proving himself. And he's letting them know, like, yo, I've been here before. Like, y'all ain't never took this trip. Like, I've been here. I done been second round, and maybe even deeper into the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, they went
Y'all
to
ain't
the
never been
finals.
here. Y'all ain't never been here before, but I've done this. So if I got to put that on right now because y'all saying we don't want to go home or we want that experience, or if we just believe right now, currently, that the motherfucking Knicks are not good enough to beat us, which is what it looked like to me because I would expect more from Cat to really get out there and put on more of a show and be more of a dominant force. And we have yet to see that in this current series where he comes out and he dominate the game. Like we're not seeing that, bro. We're
Yeah,
not seeing him put on dominating performances. We're not seeing that at all from Cat. Like he's shooting shots and everything, and he's averaging like good numbers, but he's not a dominating force. And for him to say like he's the best big man, the best skilled big man, or the best shooting big man, bro, you gotta dominate. Even when you say that, you gotta dominate from the inside out, from the outside in. That means that your repertoire of shots, when you are getting off your shot, if I miss over here two times, or if I miss over here two times, or two times over there, that means I can do it anywhere on the court and still give me a bucket out of one of those.
hmm
Even if it get up to five, that means that I hit a bucket out of each one of those spots on the court, and I know how to get to the free throw line. But you're not doing that. So it's looking like the Hawks may run off with this hole because y'all out here playing around with these young boys and they
yeah,
they getting their confidence up. And they got CJ McCullough out there who's not only like one of the presidents of the NBA labor union for the players union or whatever, but he's looking like, yo, I'm out here returning out here to play because if I go home, I'm going home and I'm putting it all on the line. Y'all ain't gonna say that I didn't go out here and I didn't play my hardest. Y'all gonna go out. Y'all gonna remember me when I leave here because I'm scarring y'all.
yeah.
I'm leaving scars on everybody, and that's what CJ McCullough is looking like right now. I don't know about. I don't understand what the Knicks is doing though, because y'all got the better team for what they were saying. You dig me?
I mean, this team last year went to the Eastern Conference Finals, but then for some reason, you know what? We went to the Eastern Conference Finals. Let's fire our head coach Tom Thibodeau to hire Mike Brown, who was let go from his other spots. But I don't know. It's just like Carlton Towns. He had what 21, 17 rebound, which is great. But
17 rebounds is awesome.
but I need
Congratulations, salute. I salute that.
it's fire. But like that 21 points, I need a little bit more of you because my thing is like he's not demanding of the ball enough. Like at some point as a big man, you gotta be like, hey, pass that thing right here. And like you say, he's one of the better big men shooting, yes. But you gotta start inside out. NBA always been like that, even if it's only been a few exceptions where it's like they start outside in.
Let me
And
ask
that's
you a question though. Let me ask you a question. Hopefully the camera catch up to me. Maybe it's not. But let me ask you this question. If I'm not dominating on the offense, shouldn't I be dominating on the defense?
exactly.
Ooh, ain't that a thing?
Where you lacking
Ain't that
at
a
in one
thing?
spot, you should be your
Making
senses
up
should
for it in the
be
other.
exactly like senses. Like you lose your eyesight, your hearing, your touch, and everything should be heightened. So if you're not putting in the work on offense, let's get some blocks. Let's box out. Let's get some rebounds.
Let's
Let's
get
set
some
up.
rebounds. Let's control the pace of the game. So my
Mhm.
guy on offense, Jalen Brunson, can control the game. Let's make sure that we're controlling the game at all times in every aspect. That's your job, big fella. That's why they brought you there. But you don't have that playoff experience and you're not that type of guy, so you don't know what to do.
And
But
especially
now is
with
the time for you to learn because there might be a chance that they may trade your mofo ass. You
that,
understand me?
that's the talks that's starting to grow a little bit now. Like, is his time in New York, or like, is it gonna be as long like you think? Because he's from New York, you would think like this might be the spot for him. But it's only been
Yeah, they
two
were calling
seasons.
them bodega cat. But let me say this at the same
Big
time.
bodega.
That don't mean nothing to me if you ain't producing, big guy. Big guy, it means nothing to me if you don't produce. I need results. I need results, my man.
My thing is like you got Mitchell Robinson. Like I thought the whole point of like keeping him a little bit too was like, all right, have somebody to give Cat some some time, some minutes on the bench. But also, if you need to go that route to play bigger, have Mitchell Robinson at the five, have Carnegie Towns at the four because he done it before with Rudy Gobert, and they went to the Western Conference Finals with that. You went to the Eastern Conference Finals last year, kind of doing that too. So I mean, I know Mike Brown's definitely a little bit of different coach, but kind of the same person to me. Like he's stubborn, he's more known for defense, but like, they try to seem like he's just offensively better coach than Tom Thibodeau, maybe a little bit more, but uh, let's say Tom Thibodeau team would not be in this situation right now, the way they've been playing defense.
No, a Tom Thibodeau team would lock down on defense, my brother. They will lock down
They're gonna be
on
tired, but
defense.
the defense ain't gonna be
Yeah.
that bad. And that's the thing,
Oh
like,
yeah. And that's the other part because they're training very hard or they're working on it in practice. They're working on game situations in practice to make sure that when the game starts, they know what that feels like when it's time. Like they're gonna run their bodies through it. Pain ain't nothing but weakness leaving the body. The whole point of pain is to make sure that you can get past where you are when your muscles get sore. That means that you're actually working out. That's why Muhammad Ali said, I don't run to do my miles or to when I feel the pain. When the pain starts, that means I'm just now beginning. That means the real workout is about to kick in because now I'm starting to feel it.
yes, sir. Yeah, so I mean, with this, I didn't realize how bad of a defender Jalen Brunson was until they start to
Terrible.
show
He a terrible defender. Like, I
like
don't understand how people didn't see that. Like, I've never seen him really go out there and defend guys. Come on, man. What is everybody watching?
true. But you would think like because he is a little stronger or got more meat on his bone to
That's
like
another
with,
reason.
with, withstand some of these players strengths or like blowing past them. You think like all right, you can hold them down, but like Tom Thibodeau had them playing great team defense where you can hide his deficiencies on the defensive end. Like with things like I learned with like you could be a great defense and you still have one player on your starting lineup or any part of your lineup that like ain't the best defender or liability, but as long as your team defense, as long as they know to slide, rotate, come and help out more, look out for the person.
You know,
You
the
can get
best part about team defense is what you just said. When you're playing team defense or you're playing zone, you are allowed to hide the guy that is the weakness, the weak point of the defense. But in the NBA, at some point, you gotta go man to man, and you gotta man up, and you got to play a guy. So at some point, you gotta pick me up and show that you can really stick me on offense and defense. That was the 80s and 90s NBA in the early 2000s. Hey, you might be good on offense, but when I get this ball back and they throw it to me on the perimeter at the top of the key or down here in the paint from 15 feet in,
yeah.
15 feet in, can you really stick me? And we're going to find out because that's what they call getting put on an island. You may be great on the other end, but when we get on defense, like Kobe said, yo, if you can't play me on the other end like I play you, then I know I'm going to get you at some point because you're going to break. You're going to give in. And that's what we're looking at with this Knicks.
Yeah.
That's what it's starting to look. I ain't say that's what we're looking at, but that's what it's starting to look like. But I like this series. I like the way it's going. I told people that Atlanta would be able to fight back. It's not about them just scoring points. It's about them being able to fight. And they got some guys over there that's gonna fight. The same way this Orlando Magic team got guys over there that's gonna fight. When you telling me that I'm soft and I'm pusillanimous and things like that, at some point in time, I'm gonna raise up and go, yo, if I hear that word one more time concerning me and concerning my teammates, I am going to step up and I am going to be that guy. And then I'm gonna tell them in the locker room before the game starts, yo, we can't go out here looking like no punks. We
Yeah,
are not going out here looking like no punks. The next time I hear somebody calling us punks and we go out there and perform like it, I'm slapping the hell out of every team member in here. We not going out here and we not performing like no punks. We will not lay down. What's the point of us being here if we go into the playoffs and we lay down for these sucker ass teams and these lame ass niggas that's on the other team? We just as good as them. Because if we weren't, we wouldn't be here right now.
true. I agree.
But
And
that's
I'm
just
gonna
me talking.
and I'm gonna need before update right now. Magic is up 113 to 105 against Detroit. They about to take a 2-1 lead. Well, 34 seconds left. Things I didn't see crazy things happen in 34 seconds, but if
I
they
have
hold on to
to.
this win,
Reggie Miller's a goat for that. Tracy McGrady, you're a goat for stuff like that.
mm-hmm. So I've if they hold it down, they take a 2-1 lead, which I'm
Mm-hmm.
pretty sure a lot of people didn't think of. And what's
Mm-hmm.
crazy is like Detroit is the physical team, but it's been Orlando that's been out physicaling them. So it's like that's crazy how and this is a team that was supposed to be taking the next step, Detroit that is, because they went to the first round, I think last year, and they played New York, and they're like, okay, you know, they might got something going next year, but they've been number one all season and they gonna be down 2-1. So I don't know what it is. K been back for the last couple games before the playoff start,
Yeah, but
but
this is just one. This is one of those games, not just the game, but this is one of those series where this team is showing up and they are showing out, bro. Like
I
the
think this.
Orlando Magic, they're like, yo, y'all calling Paolo Banchero soft? That's not what we see. We just see a guy who has more of a finesse game, which is what they said
Yeah,
about Pau Gasol. But what needs to happen is, as a team, the effort needs to be there. Me and you talked about this off the podcast. It's just about the effort. It's about the effort of everybody on the team. If y'all go out here and we play, y'all got to have the effort. We got to go out here and punch them in the mouth when they punch us in the mouth.
yeah, true.
We can't
So
let them bully us around. We got to start fighting with them. And
I
right now, we're seeing a fight, bro.
I think the continuity of Orlando because they've really been together the last 3-4 years, except the addition of Bane, but they've been together for the last few years. So I think that's where this is coming in. Like their chemistry is a little bit more
Yep.
intact, better than Detroit's. Detroit's, they've come up and Cade and them been riding together too the last couple of years, but like it seemed to be kind of new to them still. But we'll get on more on that later.
So
For the Knicks, I need a big step up from Josh
keep
Hart.
keep on talking. I'm gonna go in here and straighten out my little situation like I told you about. But go ahead, keep talking.
Yeah, I'm gonna need Josh Hart to step the fuck up, make some plays defensively and offensively. Where is my man? What's his name? They call him GTA. My boy from New York. I would think he would be play a major role factor on the team a little bit more, especially with his defense and just being a good point guard, having that fire in him for playing for New York and all that. So New York, man, y'all got to get together, man. Y'all can't afford to go down 3-1 against Atlanta, even though y'all possibly can. They're gonna be the next game. Game four is in Atlanta, so hopefully, Knicks can make this a series and make it 2-2, which I think it will. I never thought any of these teams were gonna get swept anyway, so it should be more of a series with them and a more of a better game with them more than they expected. So looking forward to the next game. I think that is today. But we'll see, man. See how they go. Knicks, Hawks, Hawks up 2-1 against the Knicks in the series. Who I feel like the Knicks are finals or bust. Like you go to the Eastern Conference Finals last year with Tom Thibodeau. You let him go after you had your best season, the far as you went since what 99 when they went to the finals. So to let him go, I feel like this is just going to be karma. Letting him go is just and if they lose this series, the first round, I feel like that'll be just be karma right there. But that will be my synopsis of the Knicks and Hawks series. Shout out to I think it's Kirk Snyder, that's the coach. Shout out to him. He got them that team right. But
Yes, sir. Keep on going. I'm
no, yeah,
here.
I would just say just like the last few things that the Knicks need to like the players need to step up.
Tighten up on. Yeah. Yeah.
Josh Hart, Cat could be helpful. Also, Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges, where you been at? Um,
Absent.
I'm- my man.
Hey, do we gotta go old school with Mikal Bridges, Michael Bridges, whatever his name is? I shouldn't even say it like that. Mikal Bridges. Do we got to get a box, some milk cartons, and put you on a milk carton and send it out to all the elementary schools all over the country, all over the nation, saying, "Hey, this guy's missing in the
nothing.
playoffs."
Yeah.
Ew. Oh, that's the game. 113-105. The Orlando Magic knock off the Detroit Pistons. Who do y'all think is going home? We keep on going though, Keith. Keep on talking.
All right. Another this or that. Would you rather get dunked on by somebody
Mm.
like nuts in the face, damn
I
near
done dunked on a
on
couple
your
of people
back?
out here.
Get dunked on or get your ankles broken, crossed up, like touching earth type shit.
Mm.
Which one is more embarrassing, or
Mm.
which one would you rather deal with the after effect?
So in either situation, you basically saying that I was playing defense when I got crossed over. If you say I got dunked on, you say that I contested the shot, which means that I was being competitive in the heat of the moment, and the guy drove the ball, and I was right there to contest it. Now, when I think of contesting the shot, I think of being right there face to face, being able to see him. Right? If a guy is 6'2", because I'm only 5'9", 5'8", 5'9", right? So if a guy is face to face with me, he naturally got me, right? But
Mm.
I've been able to block guys' shots going up for layups. They can attest to this if those people are actually on them, being able to slap people shit off the backboard, whether it was goaltending or not. I've been able to catch people's shots clean. I've been able to do all of that. But I've been crossed over, man, and I never felt anything about that. Getting crossed over is just a matter of playing defense. But to me, I don't mind you dunking on me because I'm only 5'8". Like, that's okay. That's cool.
Yeah.
Like I play defense. I don't mind playing defense at the time in my prime with healthier legs, like more active guy. Like I don't mind you crossing me over because that means I'm just being active doing the job I'm supposed to do. But at some point you do have to come back on offense or defense and you have to stick me too. And when I call for that rock and I start doing my stuff and I get ready like hing, 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 and then my meter start going up, hing, 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 hing. Triple threat move from the triple threat move to the Iverson crossover to everything else that I'm about to do on you, and I get it going, I get to rocking, you gonna pay. You gonna pay. So I got a few moves I'm gonna get you with, and then I got some hook shots that I'm gonna go throw over the top, and I'm gonna throw those in your face and everything like that, and I'm gonna get you back. So this or that, go ahead and dunk on me, man. Go ahead and dunk on me. Cause you a hell of a motherfucker if you catch me like that. I done call people shit that was like 6'2" on the backboard. Literally. I like caught it on the backboard or slapped it off the backboard. Like I definitely have done that. You know what I mean? So like if you dunk on me, like I'm like, all right. When crossing me over is like, yo, your handle is just that good, and I can't, and I'm not able to keep up with you. Like you're not like, but you really are that guy. You really are that good. So there's nothing I can do about what it is that you present offensively as far as your handle goes. But I am gonna be there, and I am gonna get back at you on the other end. You got to know that. Like at some point while you talking crazy, yeah, my nigga, yeah, nigga, yeah. Your feet look a little shallow out here, man. You look like you on ice
Mhm.
skates out here. And I'm like,
Oh
yeah, all
yeah.
right, yeah. And I'm not gonna say nothing. But when it get my time to get that ball, and I post and pivot, and I go at you, it's a wrap for you. Like you gonna pay for it. Like I'm gonna hit you with that shoulder, that hard shoulder bump. Like I'm gonna get you with all that. I'm gonna touch you up, and I'm gonna get my points when I'm ready to. So, just know that that's happening. But this or that, I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take the dunk. I'd rather get dunked on than crossed over.
Yeah, that's tough one. I mean, 'cause,
But let me say this, man. Even with a crossover, you got to hit that shot. The crossover don't mean
oh
nothing
yeah,
without them 2 points. Because
same
everybody
with
gonna
me.
remember the crossover, but they gonna be like, yo, he didn't make that shot though. Oh, I
Bro.
remember that, but he ain't make that shot.
What's
Hey,
that?
remember when? Hey, let me say this though. Remember Allen Iverson came in the league and he crossed over Mike?
Hmm.
Did he hit the shot or did he miss the shot?
You made it.
He fouled out that game, right?
Hmm.
But he also hit that shot in front of Mike. Mike, you got crossed over twice. He went, and he's like, oh, you going for that?
Hmm.
Got you. Twing, twing. And he went, ha. And Mike was out of there. Mike was like, Huh? What Mike was doing? Was he doing the Macarena? Right. Hey, Macarena.
Yeah. As much as a Jordan fan I am, he definitely him was like
Yeah, that man was like, man,
La Bamba. Like,
Despacito. Man, he gave Mike a nasty one.
yeah, but
Hell,
like
Macarena.
had he missed a shot, like the cross would have been nice, but like now you missed that shot, like he took away from Jordan, like you ain't make it, you ain't give me like that, but you got me. So yeah, I feel you on that. So
He
and the
gave
thing
Mike
with crossover is like it's one of those is like you ever play Mortal Kombat and then motherfucker in the corners like
finish him.
whoopsie, and
Yeah.
that too, like motherfucker like whoopsie, because like it's one of those like some of these things like they either dribble crazy or you just didn't see it coming the next move, so it's like oh
Yeah.
shit, like damn, what
Let me
happened?
recover. Yeah, yeah.
But then people be like, ooh. But like you said, if he'll make that shot,
If
you're
you
like,
don't make the
oh,
shot, so here's the thing about it. Like when I cross over and I get you, the whole point of the crossover is to get you out my way so I can get to the bucket. Like I am going to the bucket. But if I am in a place where I feel a shot is desirable and I want that, like I'm stopping for that shot, I'm pulling up or I'm giving an assist. Like that's my basic principles on basketball when it comes to that. So what Allen Iverson did was he gave Mike the hing twice. Hing, Michael. You heard Phil call it out. And then he said, all right, I got you once. Okay, let me run it back and see if I can get you with it good. And he went left to right. And then he went elbow, the elbow extended, and he hit the shot. Had that been me, just because I'm Allen Iverson, I'm quicker than you, I would have just drove that bitch to the bucket. Like, now it's even better. It's gonna look even better in the record books now that I did that, But it was beautiful either way. But for me, man, just dunk on me, man. At 5'8", I can always just say, "Hey, yo, I'm 5'8".
like with dunk on is usually like you usually can see it coming towards you, or like you playing defense to like stop. Unless you get
Absolutely,
blindsided, getting blindsided sucks. So
absolutely,
I
yeah,
can see that, but like yeah,
yeah,
getting crossed up, like getting your ankle snatched, and like you
yeah.
said, the whole
Touching
point is like
earth,
and your whole point of the crossover is to get your person out the way, to make a whole body somebody to move from one
shift,
spot to another
yeah.
and not be where they was originally. That is kind of cold about that. Like, oh damn, you did get me on that. Dunking, you gotta make the dunk too. Like if you sprite the dunk,
You
then
have
it
to,
has
man. You have to make the dunk. Once you are airborne, there is no other decision that you should have besides getting fouled or making a dunk. Unless you this new generation that want to get like a foul and get like an Emmy or an Oscar for going, hey, unless you one of them guys, I'm
yeah.
good with that shit. But
So yeah, that's the second version of this and that. Got a couple more coming, but let's get on this original best series of the game in the NBA playoffs. Wolves versus Nuggets. Wolves up 2-1. I picked them. You got the Nuggets.
I
Your
did pick the
boy.
Nuggets, but it looks like Minnesota. What my man was it, Jaden McDaniel said?
Yeah.
Yo, they soft. They can't defend nobody.
They bad defenders go at them. Nate got the name and name. He said
He said,
Jokic. He said
"Sir,
Murray.
sir, sir. When you say that they play bad defense, who are you talking about?"
Jamal Murray.
Mm-hmm.
Nikola Jokic.
Mm-hmm.
Tim Hardaway Jr. Aaron
Mm-hmm.
Gordon.
Uh-huh.
Um, they mamas, they daddies,
Wow. Oh,
they
oh.
aunties,
Oh
they
my God.
kids.
Lineage.
The energy,
Heritage.
like this is
Wow.
probably one of the first like talk, talk that talk and walk that walk, and you
Yeah.
see it live.
Mm-hmm.
And not only he did that, he backed it up. That because when he said that, as bulletin board material,
Yes, it
especially
was.
like in NFL. But like NBA, you like, all right, let's see. I'm thinking Denver finna come out playing some of the best defense they ever played all season.
I
All
did
season.
too. I did too.
But when he said that though, I was like, he right though. None of them are great defenders one on one. And
Mm-mm.
they came out and they stuck to that plan, kept it going. And Jay McDaniels had 20 points and 10 rebounds. So not only did he talk the talk, he backed it up.
He backed it up, and his team backed it up. Like, no, we not playing about it. Like, they literally, they're literally bad on defense. Nikola Jokic went 7 of 26 for that game. I said in the last episode because I was watching it earlier. I finally had a chance to tune into one of the episodes, and I said it earlier. Like Nikola Jokic would come back and bounce. He would bounce back and have an even better game, and that was not true. If I was on Maury, that is a lie. You know what I mean? Like he did not come back and do any.
I
He
mean, the
did not
numbers are
do it.
still there though, 27, 15, and 3, but the
But
shot of,
7 of 26 though.
but yeah,
Ooh.
like I was saying now, yes, like when you break it
Again,
down,
think about the 7 of 26. Right,
they're
50% is 13.
right.
So if you hit 2 or 3 more shots, you're in the game, and you literally need a couple more guys to go with you. You literally need some of those passes that I gave out to not just be passes, but they just need to be assists, and that didn't happen. But Jaden McDaniels, he called it out. He said, "Yo, we going at y'all next game. We going at y'all next game," and they did that, and they got the win. This, like we said, ladies and gentlemen, this is the best series of the first round, or maybe all of the playoffs to me.
Yeah, man, and even more
The
like not only
Atlanta, the
like
Atlanta New York Knicks series might be another one though.
that's it's right there, it's right there. But not only did like they, they went at them, the Nuggets make them play defense. They playing defense on the Denver Nuggets because Murray, who had 30 points in the first game, 30 points in the second game, he only had 16 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 assists in this game. So like it showed that
Hmm.
like once they really locked in, slow them down. You took one out of the two out the
My
equation,
guy, he
hoping
he said
everybody.
he said y'all ain't getting nothing. Like we know that y'all can't defend. So offensively, we know we got to shut y'all down. We got to bump y'all off y'all spots and play y'all offensively. But
Mm,
but that's my fault. Defensively, we know we got to play y'all and bump y'all off y'all spots. But offensively, if we get up and down this court and start running, can y'all keep up with our athleticism and energy and our prowess to get up and down the court? Can y'all really keep up with that? Because we got guys we can throw at y'all.
yeah, real talk. Yeah, and
And
the
y'all
only
may
thing,
have a couple, but y'all ain't got them like we got them. Like we gonna run. We horses. We gonna run. And I was watching not sports, Nightcap, right? And on Nightcap, Joe Johnson said it. He said, man, he said, I like the Denver Nuggets, man, but if them boys start running, they get up and down the court, and which I agree with. I said, yo, they get up and down the court, it's a wrap. Like you're not gonna be able to contain the Minnesota Timberwolves because what they're doing right now is, ladies and gentlemen, they're acting just like wolves. They're attacking. They're
yeah,
chasing down prey and they are
impact.
attacking. Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah,
sir. And they see something, some weak meat, and they own it. They own it, bro. Yes,
yeah.
sir.
That's a great analogy right there. That's literally
Mm-hmm.
what they're doing, and they
Ooh
feasting right
wee.
now,
Bow
especially
wow.
with especially with no Aaron Gordon playing last game. So that's why like I gave them like, oh, okay, you ain't got Gordon, who is your best defender, but like I don't even know how much of a difference he would have made unless he would have went for 30, 40, like going crazy on the offensive end. But yeah, it's gonna be tough, man. I mean, they got one more game in Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
Denver can't. I don't know if Denver really can afford, going down 3-1. They will be going back to Denver. But the Nuggets like they court they usually have home court advantage with the mile high elevation, and just like it's usually tiring for the away team.
Yeah, because of the
But
elevation. Yeah, 5,000 feet up. You know.
and then the Wolves showed in the game too, like they wasn't tired, they weren't worried, they was running them out the gym. So man, this. I'm hoping it still goes 6-7, but like if the Wolves really figured out how to beat the Nuggets, which is crazy in this first round, which I thought they had a really good chance of getting back to the finals this year with this team. But where's Bruce Brown been? Like I feel like I've seen a little bit of it, but not as much. He had the same impact like he did in the first championship go run.
He out there, but his impact hasn't shown up to the extent that you wanted to. Like he's been there in spots, but
Hmm.
it's not been thorough. And the reason why is like we said, hey, they are attacking.
Yeah, and I like Cam Johnson, but like losing Michael Porter Jr. Like there was a little something about Michael Porter that like he fit that team a little bit better,
Hmm.
and he made better jump shots. He got a better jumper than Cam Johnson. Cam Johnson is a great player for he's smart. Like he know his IQ level is great, but he's not like a lockdown defender. He is lengthy and like he can affect the game a little bit on defense, but like
Hmm.
he just don't give it that same impact like Michael Porter did. And then like I said, Bruce Brown, seemed to be in the game, but not having that same impact he used to. But Christian Brown, where you at? Couple of players on that. Tim Hardaway. I know you the shooter. You the six man. You the scorer off the bench. But like pass the ball around a little bit. Get your teammates involved because that's what it's going to take. Because like now they zeroing in on Jokic and Murray. Somebody else got to step up.
And they daring
Especially,
y'all to make the shot, and y'all not
especially,
making the shots. Y'all passing the ball around, which is great, cause right, cause you looking for the open man. You looking for the guy that's the most open to make the best shot. But right now, y'all looking like Swiss cheese out there, man. Like what he said about y'all, he putting all y'all in a barrel. He just shooting at the barrel. Do 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 do.
and hitting them.
Nas Reed coming out, giving y'all points.
Shit,
Mike Conley, everybody. The
they got.
Sumo, which is a Chicago guy, is out there running hell on y'all, man.
I
Good
was like,
job, Bulls.
what's crazy is they got Rudy Gobert playing really good defense, and he putting some points on the other side. So it's like, and I saw
Lord
it
have mercy. A guy that I
like,
talk about all the time
man, I'm
is
saying like
showing up.
people that killed him for the last couple of years, and I thought like he was declining on on the whole like overall player like, in
I
defensive
just said
end.
he wasn't an offensive guy. He was more of a defensive guy. Like you cannot depend on Rudy Gobert to go out there and give you nightly on a nightly basis 18
But
and 10, 18 and 12, 20 and 12, 20 and 15.
he
And in
he
this series, he has been going at the other team. He's
he.
making Jokic work.
Yep, I
Good
was just
job,
gonna
Rudy.
say he literally made like I said he went with 7 for 23 or 7 for 27 something
7
like
and
that.
26. Yep.
Yeah, when you make Joker, because like Joker usually makes his shot, even though it looked fluky as hell, he still makes those like mid range, some floaters around the basket shots. But
Mm-hmm.
man, I'm gonna give Gobert his flowers. He actually make an impact in this game, and might be what another reason why the Wolves could be title contenders legit. And one reason that they are going to be title contenders because they got Io DeSumo coming off the bench. And in the last game, in game three, he had 25 points, 3 rebounds, 9 assists. You heard that, Chicago Bulls? Instead of keeping him, like I wanted y'all to, you could have traded Kobe White. I understood it. But Io was the next guy to build around, especially being him a second round guy, and you turned him into great player, good player, role player, potential all star in the future.
Yep.
There was no way you could get a first round pick for him. You that was been my setup point to Minnesota. Look, I was going to make you a better team in the playoffs and make you go further to be a title contender. Give us a first round that you won't need. You're not going to need this first round. Probably going to be like a late 2025, pick in the first round. They still got their first round pick next year, so it's like, what the hell? But Io, shout out to Io, man. 25 points,
Good
three
job,
rebounds.
Bulls.
And even
Good
he said
job.
they asked him like, did you know about like the Wolves and Nuggets rivalry? Did they tell you anything? He's like, man, I'm with my team, man. I'm riding with them. Whatever they on, I'm on. I'm with them. And like that's that Chicago shit I like, man. Like
Yep.
that's what we're talking about. Like we ride with you, no matter what, right or wrong. Who we with is who we with, and we gonna stay 10 toes down for you. But
Yeah.
I mean, Nuggets, y'all gotta figure it out. Y'all gotta do something.
Yeah, I got a couple days or a day to figure it out, Nuggets. I'm riding with y'all. I don't back down on my picks. I stand firm on what I think is correct. But one thing I did know is that the Minnesota Timberwolves are a great running team. They do get up and down the court very well. All of their guys can get up and down the court. Even Rudy Gobert at 7'2", 7'3". It may not look the best, but those are giant footsteps coming down the court and slamming into that wooden floor that you can hear him coming down. He's screeching, hey, 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 hey. That's a guy that you can get a ball to. But the thing about him, we know, is that he doesn't have the best offensive bag, but he's been making the best of his playing time and of every possession that he can while he's out there. And he has made it frustrating for guys to come into there to that lane and for Jokić, Nikola Jokić, to be in that lane. And because of that, everybody is reconsidering coming in there throwing up that BS. And he knows it. And we all seen in that second game. Or was it the third game? We all seen in that third game or whatever.
Yeah, so hopefully this could be turn out to be a good series, or it could be a
Oh, it
quick one.
is. It is. It is. Even if it's a blowout the rest of the way for the next 2 or 3 games where one team just puts on a crazy show and blows them out, we got the best of it early on. So that's the most we're going to get out of it, besides watching the Atlanta Hawks and the New York Knicks.
True, true that. Um, none of this and that.
Hmm.
Would you rather? get mossed, like Randy Moss, like somebody throw the ball up,
I know
y'all
what you're
going
talking
for the
about.
ball,
Yeah. Whoop. And he called for
get
hey.
mossed. Would you rather get mossed
Hmm?
or get King Henry stiff arm? I feel like the stiff arm is way disrespectful. I
Well,
feel like
stiff arm is so much more disrespectful because he basically saying at 6'2", 240, 250 pounds, like, I'm gonna use this hand or this hand, and I'm just gonna stuff you in the face, and then I'm just gonna slam you down into the dirt. Man, just moss me, bro. Because when you moss me, it means you're up ahead and I can't get to the ball. Like, I can't really get over the top to secure knocking the pass off, or to get the pass and call it an interception. Right, just go ahead and moss me, but I don't want nobody to hit me with the
yeah,
King Henry stiff
yeah,
arm.
Moss, it's still a 50-50 shot. You can get the ball, but the elevation.
Yeah, I would take that. I would take that over the
But
King
yeah,
Henry.
getting King Henry stiff arm, like
Yeah.
if that was to happen, like you the way you just described it, get hand, face full of hand, getting pushed down. Somebody gotta
Oh,
die.
yeah,
Somebody got to die.
yeah.
Like I'm sorry, like
Yeah, I got
somebody
to see
getting
you.
shot.
I got to see you in the locker rooms after that. Like going to the bus, my guy. Hey, you stiff arm me like that, and you slam me face. Yo, my family is out here watching these games, fam.
This is
Like you just
disrespectful.
stiff arm me like that. Like and it's legal too. It's legal. Like you
Legal.
stiff arm me. But let me say this to all the players that run up on King Henry. Y'all know he's 6'3", 6'2", 6'3", 240, 250 pounds. Y'all know what y'all get when y'all run up on him. Let's not act like we don't know what this dude is capable of. Like, let's stop that.
Yeah.
Y'all know that. Y'all know when y'all run up on dude, the first thing you're getting is that. If he don't knock you over and run you down, that's on his way. For any safety or cornerback that runs up on him, y'all know what y'all getting. He looking at you, he pointing, yo, it's right here. Get ready. 3, 2. You got to eat that. You got to eat that turf. Eat that turf. Take a turf nap. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what he does to people. So go ahead and give me the moss. This moss me,
Yeah.
man. Because as a guy that's 6'3", 6'4", I know I can't jump over you to get the ball. And if I do jump while I'm running at full speed, it's not enough to cover the space and time where that ball drops in over the top, over your right shoulder or over your left shoulder, and you catch it, right in your palm. I can't do anything about that. Go ahead and hit me with that one. Go ahead
Yeah.
and hit me with that.
So like
Because if you muff me into the ground, which is some Chicago shit, if you muff me into the ground, that's some pussy ass shit, man. I'm a bitch ass nigga. Like I gotta
bro,
go
like
home with that. And
yeah,
they gonna tell me that, like, yo, you let a nigga muff you
a
into the
grown
ground?
man. Like
Another grown man?
yeah, you just
You
got
got
home.
muffed?
Yeah, basically you got muffed to the ground, hold whatever whatever way
Yeah.
you want to be seen. Thing is like with the Moss is like back then when it was Randy Moss doing it, it was an honor in a way. Like all right, that's Moss.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's
Because you
on
got
him.
burned. You got burned while you was out there.
But it's like now, like if anybody else do it, like these weak ass motherfuckers, like I just got mossed by him. Like especially like it's worse if like somebody that's like not even like that moss you. It's like oh I know
Mm-hmm.
he ain't known that for real.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, I rather deal with that than getting stiff armed by anybody, let alone King Henry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't want any problems with a dude named King Henry at 6'3", 250 pounds. And your ass should be playing linebacker, my G. You
Bro,
should be a linebacker,
should be
but
Ray
you're
Lewis out
not.
there.
Yeah, you're not. You're hey, but remember, do you remember Brandon Jacobs for the New York Football Giants?
That's a big running back, big boy, knocking
He
shit.
was a big dude at 260 pounds, and they wanted him to play linebacker. And he was like, I'd be damned if y'all put me in any other position besides the
Running
running
back.
back.
Yeah,
He got them. He helped get them a ring or two, or maybe just
I
helped
think he
get them to
got
the
one. Yeah.
playoffs or whatever. But
But he definitely was a big dude. I was like, I remember like, damn, why can the Bears can't get a month like that? But
because the
he,
Bears
he
are garbage.
but he only had a few years after that. So
It was about 4 years he had. That was where he was wrecking shit, and then he disappeared.
the Bears gonna find him a running back at some point. But like that big though, man,
Well, they
good
did have
luck.
a running back. His name was David Montgomery or something like that. Maybe I got
Yeah,
it wrong.
yeah, David Montgomery. Yep, who's in Houston right now? Actually,
Oh, so
Detroit.
they let him go from Detroit.
Yeah, they trade him. It was bound to
Mm,
happen because like his numbers starting to go down. Like not his numbers, his touches starting to go down because Jameer Gibson just was going crazy, and now he in his third year. So it was like
yeah,
it was
he was
something.
probably like, yo, it's probably best if I get out of here and get out of his way because the more that this guy looks good, the less playing time that I get.
Exactly. So, but I think that's a good spot for him to go to Houston. That was a nice little spot to go to. With the it just are you gonna stick with C.J. Stroud? Can he really get back find that same swag he had his rookie year? Because the
Okay,
last
so
couple.
what do you think about CJ Stroud then? Can he get back? Can he return back to that essence where he was at first when he was
I
in
think
Houston?
so. I don't know necessarily what it was that like. Well, no, I kind of do. Because his rookie year, he had Tank Dell and Nico Collins. Tank Dell was the one that was really stretching out that field and making those touchdowns. And like, I think he had Stephon Diggs too as well, or about to. But Tank Dell ended up getting shot at the end of his rookie year. And then last year he was hurt from an injury that took him out most of the year. So he needed a receiver that gonna stretch the field for him. Cause like if you ain't got nobody, Nico Collins can do it. He stepped up the last couple of years, but like it was the advantage of having both of them on the field that made I think that made C.J. Stroud look really good with that
The other
with the way he
part that
felt.
we that you did not mention so far is that no one knows who you are your first couple years in the league.
Yeah,
Once we start figuring out what you like to do and what your program is, we tell everyone else, or we tell our players what you're doing, and everyone else knows how to defend you, how to play against you as well. So,
yeah, and also they was without Joe Mixon last year, so they running
mm,
game was like iffy. So like, and which helps quarterbacks a lot, help you get through the game, help you put up more better stats that you don't have to keep throwing the ball 60 times a game,
mm-hmm,
40 times a game.
gotcha.
So yeah, so I mean, I hope they be good. I'm see we'll see how it go, but I think David Montgomery going there was pretty solid for them. One of the few series in the NBA, Lakers versus Houston Rockets. Game three.
Boo,
Game three, no KD.
boo.
So for one, he missed because of the bruised knee. Now game three, he was out with a sprained ankle, left ankle or something like that. Something with his ankle. So when I saw that, I was like, oh, they finna
And
lose this
then
game.
one of the games, someone allegedly said like he was missing like a glass slipper or something like that, which is why he wasn't at the game.
I mean, the clock hit 12 and he definitely didn't make it in time. But
They said he didn't find his glass slipper in time, so that's one of the reasons why he's out. I'm not sure if that's true. That's just what I was told. So I don't know
yeah.
this stuff. I'm just throwing it out there.
So I'm thinking like, all right, no KD, then they definitely cooked. But I'm watching the end
It
of the
ain't no
game.
but. They are chicken. Y'all out there getting pate,
The thing
boy.
is like they
Y'all
was
look like Peking duck.
they kept saying like LeBron threw a alley-oop to his sperm to his son. I'm like, okay, cool, but it was like a little alley-oop for later. I'm like, oh, he ain't boom that bitch. But no, they was up like a good 10-12 at first, but like when I checked back in the game, Houston was up. It was a close game. They was like down four, like two or four.
Mhm.
But the last 6 minutes, they took the lead, and then bro, they was up six, I believe, with like 30 seconds left.
Mhm.
This is probably one of the worst choke jobs I ever seen in my life. No KD, they up. I'm like, oh shit! Like if they steal this game, they got they good. They got a chance. If KD come back, especially, they can figure something out. But what happened? Because like the thing is, LeBron turned the ball over. That led to Segun, doing his thing. He had 33 points, 16 rebounds, 6 assists. Amen. 26 points, 11
Oh,
rebounds, four
oh.
assists.
When they
Jabari
playing like
Smith,
that, that's tough.
Jabari Bill Smith Jr., 24 points, 6 assists, six rebounds. So like that from those three guys to get 33, 26, 24. What more
Hell
can
of a
you ask
game.
for?
Hell
Hell
of
of
a
a
game,
game.
right? Hell of a
But
game.
then
But
what
then what?
happened? All I know, 30 seconds left. They up six. Lakers come down. They pass the ball to Marcus Smart. He's shooting the three. I think it was Torrey Eason that went to go contest it. Dumbass, he fouled Marcus Smart shooting the three. So that sent him to the free throw line. He knocked down three free throws. They down three
Good
now. So
job,
like, oh,
Jagoff.
I'm like, okay, all right, like y'all should be like, all right, just hold it, just come down, score, or at least get a free throw to make it a 4 point game. Close this out. This is where you seen Reed Shepard. He started to nut up. He trying to pull the ball up, go between two guys. LeBron James smacked the ball from behind, pops out, lands in, I think, Marcus Smart hands, which led to an open court pass to LeBron James in the corner or on the wing.
Mm-hmm.
Two people from the Houston Rockets come out to try to block it. This is my pump fake of both of them. Still took his time. Shot the three. Go in. I'm like, oh my God. I'm already hearing it now. Like I'm already hearing the LeBron James, the GOAT, man. I'm like, oh my
Yeah,
God.
yo.
They just
He
giving
played
him
18,000 minutes in the playoffs at 57 million years old. He's the first to ever do this. That's why he's the greatest player. No, no, he just had better longevity.
and then
Let me say this as well. Is it about stats or is it about winning? What are we talking about? Is it about just stats? Because the next generation is gonna come in and they're gonna show up with stats. But is it about stats or is it about winning? What do y'all care about? Because I thought all this shit was about winning. When they put you at the top of the pantheon, it ain't about stats. It's about how much you won. The stats are good. It makes your claim to the throne look good. But without winning, it's just stats. That's all it is. You got, even if he get 45,000 points, 50,000 points, did he win or did he just stop at four? Did you stop at four championships? Because if you stopped at four, Steph got four championships. Steph got them. What did you do that was different? You just score. Oh, you last a little bit longer and you score more points. All right.
yeah, I agree with that. He just had a longer career. He was able, lucky to stay healthy. My boy, okay, cool. But man, I mean, we had 29 points, 13 rebounds, six
Yeah.
assists. Rui had 22, 4 and 2. Smart with 21, 4 rebounds, 10 assists, 5 steals. That's what it's been. Marcus Smart has it's becoming Marcus Smart that we knew in
Marcus
Boston
Smart.
and
Marcus Smart.
Marcus Smart coming up 5 steals in the game is crazy. So that means he's out there actually playing defense, setting them up. You
One of
know,
the few guys that's gonna do it though.
and it's funny. Somebody said on Twitter, like, it's funny how the two white guys that's on the team not playing, they winning more games now. It's like, yeah.
Yeah.
And people are
Yeah.
like, well, wait till they come back. Like, what you think the Wolves gonna do then? The Wolves are gonna do exactly what they're doing to Denver to LA if they got Austin Reeves and Luka Doncic on the court. They're just gonna attack them because they're a liability. They're not gonna just all of a sudden start playing good defense out of nowhere.
And are the Lakers going to go that deep in their bag to play their guys? I don't know. West Side Connect, where's the homie? Where is the homie? We haven't seen the homie the entire man. Whatever, man.
They traded for his older uncle, nephew, brother, Luke Kennard, and replace him. So that's basically what they was hoping to get out of him from West Side Connect to
Man,
Luke Kennard.
y'all mad at my homie for something that y'all did. That was y'all fault. Y'all wanted to do that trade and it backfired on y'all. Don't be mad at the homie West Side Connect for something that y'all did. Play him. Play him. Y'all just don't want to see that man get off. It's all good. I get it. I get
But
it. I
then
ain't mad, nigga.
and people point out in game three, well, where was KD at? Like, we know he hurt, but like where was he at on the bench, like sitting down with his team? I think what we saw in those burners, he meant what he said about this team and with those players on that team that he cannot lead this team to what they want him to go.
What team has he ever led to any championship? What team did you ever lead to any championship? Uh, I ain't gonna even say your name. I'm done. I'm done.
But
I'm done.
I noticed that too. But like in game two when he was on the bench, but in the game that he did play, they was down. You could just in his facial expression and like his body language, you're like, bro, like what is you doing? You the best player and the leader, supposed to be the leader on this team, but why are you not up? Coaching these young guys up, putting them on game, telling them, hey, you know, defend him, a little bit better, double team, box out, like be
Yeah.
more in the
Involved.
game, involved with
Involved.
your team.
More than scoring.
Be a second set of eyes for your coach,
Hmm?
especially on the bench while you sitting down,
Hmm.
moping and stuff like that. I'm like, that's how you know he just not never was like a great leader to me. he always needed that extra help with Russell Westbrook and James Harden to go far. He needed that help with Steph Curry, Draymond Green, to go
100%
far.
true.
Clay Thompson. So when he got a team with just really just him and like maybe one more guy, like the one with Devin Booker, like they had a squad role key already, but you came and kind of messed it up, and now Houston over there playing OKC, giving Shea, Gil, Alexander, some go.
Yep.
So
Real quick,
plug.
gotta have. It's a blessing to be refreshing. Grab you an ice cold Moore's beer. This one here is the India Pale Ale. I also like the Hell's Lager. Grab one. Enjoy you a four
Go
pack.
grab you one now, bitch.
Yep.
The Moors are for the whores. No, just playing. I'm just playing.
I
And
love
then
Moore's beer, by the way.
Moors good stuff.
It's a dope beer to have, and it's black owned. Support black owned business at all times. But we must continue on, right?
Yes,
So,
yes.
Kevin Durant ain't never been the guy that I've been saying this his whole career that he's a number two option. Y'all keep saying to me that I don't know what I'm talking about. Not saying that you, but there are people that have been saying to me, I don't know what I'm talking about. Kevin Durant is a number one option. He's a number one option when it comes to scoring, but he's not a leader. When you're a leader on a team, you can get the job done. You know what I mean? You've been the best guy on the court the majority of the time. There's only been a couple other guys that have been on the court with you and have been a better guy. That's LeBron James, Stephen Curry. And maybe they're like maybe Russell Westbrook you can throw in there and John Morant. Like you can throw those guys in there. Kyrie Irving, you can throw a guy like that in there. But the rest of the time, you've been the best guy on the court. Go ahead, say it.
Obviously, I actually feel the same way about Kyrie as you do with KD. I feel like Kyrie can definitely put the points up, be one
Mhm.
of the best players on the court, but his leadership skill is not to where it
His
leads
leadership
to
sucks.
winning.
James Harden, great at scoring. Leadership sucks. When it get too hard for James, he tuck tail and he be ready to get up out of there, right? So
Mhm.
you are in the same position, and I can sit here and talk because
Oh,
I don't have to play the game and everything like that. I'm more of a guy that whoop ass, and in most majority of the fights that people you can ask them about, yo, I get busy for mine, and I ain't backing down for nobody, even with the teeth I got. Like I'm beating ass. You know what I mean? Like we gonna fight, but I'm coming up out of there with a W, and I'm going home. You seem to have trouble with closing out and being the guy that steps forward and takes on the responsibility of being the leader as well as the scorer. And that's what you've been lacking your whole entire career. So when you on there on Twitter with your burner accounts and doing all this blasting at other players and saying all this stuff, all that shit is cool, man. But it's also cowardly because it lets us know that you can't face up to and say what you need to say to the guys that are on your team, but then go out and lead, not just score 30 points, 25 points, but lead them and get them in position and tell them where they need to be and tell them their defensive assignments and call out the plays, which means that you probably don't even know the plays are called out. But like I said, all y'all smoking so much that y'all don't even care about the game like that. Like everybody just happy with what's going on that they don't care about winning. That's why I said I'm pro Jaylen Brown because I know what he's on. I know what his mission is inside of basketball and outside of basketball. I know it's more than just basketball. I know that he cares more about other things besides that. You understand me? I care more about what Steph Curry is doing because Steph Curry is that dude with Draymond, how he carries himself and how he wants that team to be because there is a standard set for them. And you, so far, the only thing that we know that from you is that you said, I just want to hoop, man. But
True.
anyway, too tall. I'm gonna give it to you, man. Let you do your thing. Let me get off here. Cameras on you.
All right. So, oh yeah, just to wrap up the last few, Boston Celtics ended up winning last night against the 76ers. Now they take a 2-1 series lead. Boston back on top. Uh,
Green Hope. Hey.
you got who else played? Oh yeah, San Antonio without Wemby last night.
I told you.
Beat Portland.
I told you them
Back
boys gonna
2-1.
hoop.
Dylan
I,
Harper off the bench, 25, 27 points. Castle, he had about, I think, 27, 30 points like that around that
G,
area.
they have been hooping without him. They know what it's like to not
They
have
figured it out.
Wemby. They
They
are
figured it
going
out.
to hoop. I don't care what nobody say, but they are going to hoop. No matter what you say, those young boys, Vasil, Castle, D Fox, Harrison Barnes, who's also a championship caliber, they
Mm-hmm.
are going to hoop. And that's what they did last night.
They
Salute to
got
them.
And they got a fake, at least like size wise, another fake Wemby on the team. Luke Cornett, who's about 7'10" or 7'7", like that.
He said 7'10". That man like 7'1", 7'2". But that's a good replacement. Luke
Yeah,
Cornett. He came in. He's energy. He understands that I have to be on my defensive assignments. I have to play as hard as just. I have to play just as hard as everybody else out here to make sure that they know when they run up into this to the cup 15 and in, it's a sin. And he been on it.
yeah. So yeah. That when I give props to the coach, man. He is what's the name? A great Popovich disciple, and he been coaching real well for this team. Like light skin, curly hair dude. I didn't expect it from him, but you got them playing really solid right
Y'all
now.
gonna get up off. Y'all gonna get up off these light skinned dudes, man. Let me say this, man. As a guy that I have a light skinned complexion. It's not super light, but I have a light skinned complexion, and I'm not to be fucked with. So I think a lot of these guys that are out there playing with that light skinned complexion, if you don't know it, if you don't know the history of this whole situation, because you light skinned, if you don't prove that you can go out here and ball and hoop or in any arena in life, if you don't show them what you made of, the brothers who are darker of a darker tone than you, they're gonna be on your ass until you show that you can show up and do what you're supposed to do.
Yeah,
You can't
that's
bitch
true.
out, you can't bitch up. You got to show what you are made of. All right. If you show them that you soft, everybody's gonna have that because everybody gonna go at you and they're gonna find out you soft. Devin Booker, we don't know what you over there doing. We don't know how good you are because you just seem to be like KD. You just okay with just hooping and being out there and just barely making it. Do you really want that next level? Because we know you ain't a point guard. We know you more of a two guard. And you
Mhm.
had Chris Paul, and for some reason that shit went wrong. I don't know what happened, but you had Chris Paul over there on your team, and it all went wrong. So now it's on you, young fella, to make sure that you make the best out of this opportunity. I don't know what you're gonna do. I don't know how you're gonna do it. But you better figure it out or you better ask for a trade real soon. Cause you're not doing shit over there in Phoenix. Besides averaging 24, 25 points a game. That ain't shit.
Nope, nada, nada.
Not a
But
near another time do I care about you or anybody like you averaging 25 points and saying, yo, I average 25 points a game. So
yeah,
so did Steph Curry.
true, true. I
So
agree.
and so did LeBron James. But most guys that average over 25 points, there's a discipline, a purpose, and intention to win.
Yes,
Wake
sir.
up. Wake up, dude.
And then Cleveland, they up 2-1.
Ooh.
Surprisingly, Toronto won their game
Yeah,
in
Toronto. Yeah.
Toronto. So
I got Cleveland though.
yeah, still got Cleveland, but I guess Brandon Ingram and them finally figured it out. But I think there was what's his name, Barnes. Like he was going off a little bit, and he got some help from RJ Barrett. But that's a series. Atlanta up 2-1 against Knicks. Cleveland up 2-1 against Toronto. Boston up 2-1 against 76ers. Orlando up 2-1 against Detroit. Somebody said this is not a 1-8 matchup. This is a 4-5 matchup in real life. So that's kind of crazy. It really is low key, maybe. And then with Orlando being up 2-1 now.
Real quick, just while let me testify. The game is 59 OKC to 51 Phoenix with 2 minutes left in the first half.
So this definitely one. This is I feel like a real 1-8 matchup. Like this might be one of those gentleman sweep. If maybe get one,
You
but
said gentlemen sweep?
they might get one,
Man,
but
if they get one game out this, I'll be upset like a motherfucker. There's no reason for Phoenix to get a game out this.
true, true, I agree. But motherfuckers can get got. Motherfuckers can slip up one bad shooting
Which
night.
is true. That's true.
So
That's true.
I
It does
mean,
happen. It does happen.
look at these other ones. Motherfuckers really didn't think it would be the way it is right now, probably. But hey, shout out to them basically. But one more this and that before we get into the next topic.
Mm-hmm.
You as a main guy, you know, main guy on your team, basketball wise,
Mm-hmm.
would you rather deal or would you rather be cool with Scoring 50 in a loss or scoring 0 in a win?
Give me the win.
Give you the
Because as
win?
long as we win, we ahead. You know, when you winning feels better than losing with 50. Because it
For
means
sure.
I dropped 50 points, but I could have lost by 20. I
Yeah.
could have lost by 15
It mean you put up 50 points for no reason in a way.
for
Like we
no
did all
reason. Like
that to
my 50 points didn't count for anything that I did. For anything that the team did to win, we didn't do anything. Like I just scored 50 points. So let's say the score is 120, right? To 98, and I had 50 points. That means that my other teammates have 48 points.
yeah.
That means that I scored a lot. So what does my stat line look like? Does it mean I have 8 assists? Does it mean I have 15 assists? Because if I had 15 assists, that means that somebody wasn't hitting shots, or they were just that defensively dominant where guys really couldn't score anything like that.
Yeah.
Right? So if that be the situation, we're outmanned and we're outgunned the entire time. But if what was the other one? The other option?
Oh, yeah, score 0 in a win or
But
score.
if I score 0 points and I'm out there and I'm playing and I got 15 rebounds and
You supposed to be the guy. You supposed to be the main, the top player
I'm
on.
supposed to be the main guy and I don't score, but I got 15 rebounds, 12 rebounds, I got 12 assists or 15 assists, and I got 4 or 5 steals, and I got 0 points. That means I figured I unlocked something else. Even though my shot not going in and I'm 0 for 15, I'm 1 for 16. Even
Yeah.
though my shot not going in, that I unlocked the other guys around me, and I was able to feed those guys, and I was able to make sure that those guys ate, and we got a win, bro. Right?
Yeah.
Even though I didn't score, I did enough to make sure that my guys were able to eat, and while they ate, they were successful, and we got the game under control, and we got the win. But if I get 50 points and I get blown out, I didn't do anything to help any of these guys get better. Like I just scored 50 points. I'm going in the record books for whatever team, the Purple Nopals, right? I'm
Hmm.
I'm going in I'm going in the record books for the Purple Nopals, right? I scored 50 points, but I scored 50 points in a loss, and that sucks. I don't want that, man. Give me 15 rebounds or 15 assists and 12 rebounds or 12 points and 5 steals in 40 minutes. And I did that and we won, and rather than giving me 50 points and I ain't get nothing out of it. I ain't get a dub.
I
Every
agree.
win counts to me. Every
I
win
agree.
counts.
I agree with that.
Now let me say this. Let me say this. If I'm on a losing bullshit ass team and I put up 50 points in a loss, I really wouldn't give a fuck because tomorrow I'm gonna go for 40 or 50 again.
I was gonna say there's some conditions on that. I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
yeah. If I'm on a bullshit team, if I'm on a garbage team, which was not mentioned, but if I am on a garbage team and I go for 50, that means that I am able to go for 40 or 50 every night. Which means that if I do go for 40 or 50, I need to get you guys involved more often than not, before I go off for 40 or 50 points. Now I may try that and I may look out for you guys at the same time, but I still think that lesser stats and the win is a lot better than having 50
I lost.
in a loss. That's just me though. That's me.
I agree with you. I'd rather be the guy like score 0 in the. I mean, I'm lying my ass off, bro. Man, give me the 50 points. It depends on
Take
where
that
I'm at in
50.
my life. It depends on
Take
where
that
I'm at in
50
my life.
burger. I ain't mad at
If,
you. I ain't
if
mad at
I'm
you. Take
in
that 50
if I'm
burger.
in high school, college, or on like you said, or on a bad team, or if I'm trying to get my money up, give me the 50 piece. Because I know that's going to boost my average up. And if people say, oh, he can score, he can get down. And if I'm not, especially if I'm not making any money at the moment, like I'm trying to get to get some contracts going up. And
Mhm.
like the hoes, my hoes they go like, I remember dude scored 50 on y'all ass, win or loss. But if you ain't scored nothing in the win, they be like, he ain't do shit, he trash.
What
He's,
position he play? Oh, he a lame. He a lame. He don't do nothing.
So if you go on some winning shit, like on some depending on the game where I'm at. If I'm already in NBA, yeah, I want that win. I don't care if I don't score over 4 points. But if I'm a low,
Listen to me. Fuck. Is my mic on? All right. Mic check, mic check. Fuck these hoes. I don't care about these hoes. They're gonna be everywhere. They're gonna be anywhere.
So if they're gonna be
All the
everywhere,
time. So if
might
they
as well
are gonna
show
be
out.
everywhere, I don't give a fuck. I give a fuck even less now that I know that they're gonna be everywhere. Cause I'm in the NBA, bitch, and y'all paying more attention to me than y'all paying attention to your own kids, to your own family, and to your own lives. You hoes are on Instagram. There's a million of you bitches on Instagram. I could care less. So because of that, as a more responsible man, fuck getting a 50 piece with mild sauce and lemon pepper. Let me get this win to make sure that everybody knows that I am about my team being successful. These hoes ain't loyal. We know that. These hoes don't care about us. So while we
Whoa.
out here scoring a bunch of points, we know that they don't care. It may sound good to, oh, he scored 50. Girl, he scored 50. What happens if you score 10 the next game? And 5 the next game after that? And 15 the next game after that?
They ain't gonna
And
give
then
you
what
no
happens
ass.
if you and
Gotcha.
what happens if there's 25 points after that? They won't even notice. But you scored 50 points in one night. The ass is always going to be there. The cash is really what you're after. So while you're securing your bag, who cares what a bunch of broke ass, bum ass, tainted ass women are doing with their bum asses? They sitting around waiting on a guy that they can take advantage of, i.e., PJ Washington that played for the Charlotte Hornets at one point in time. I don't know if he's still there, but there's a young lady who
Oh,
watched him on the internet his whole career, and she waited for him to go pro, and she's been digging into his pockets ever since. There are a bunch of women out there like that, but the one thing that remains true is real women, i.e., Denzel Washington's wife, i.e., Samuel L. Jackson's wife. These women stayed down. They were really about that life. They really wanted to be around these men. They were really supportive of these men, and they made sure that they man was their man rose to the occasion and became the best at what he was doing. They didn't just wait around for this guy to be a one-hit wonder or make one movie here and there. They were there for the long haul. And that's what you really want. Gentlemen, make sure that you get your money in control and under control, and make sure that you're one of the best at what it is you do, because the women are always going to be there, but the money is fleeting. The education is fleeting. The experience is fleeting. You'll never get that back. And so it ain't about them. So take the 15 rebounds and the 12 assists and the 5 steals, because it can't everyone can't do that. Damn near every player in the league can put up 50 points. That's just me speaking. Back to you, Keith Too Tall.
give me the 50 points. Where the hoes at now? Nah, I fuck with shit. That's real talk though. That's real spill. Like a real woman gonna be the when you score 0 points, 50 points, 10 points, 15 points. So yeah, I agree with
That's
that
true.
on that.
That's true.
But the people you name, those are the niggas that put up 50 points. Denzel Washington, 50 and 10. Who was the other person you had named?
Denzel put
50
up
and 10.
50 every night after
Yeah.
realizing my broad ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
Because if she was, she could have been left. She could have chose Spike. Spike was the one that gave him Malcolm X,
Yeah, yep. True.
Mo Better Blues,
Mm-hmm.
Crooklyn. That's Spike. That's his whole repertoire. We know Spike from doing that. And also, by the way, don't forget that Michael Jordan and Magic Johnson contributed to the makings of those movies. To all the
Yeah.
suck ass niggas who say that Michael
Mike ain't
Jordan
never
gave him.
contributed. Bro, more and more you find out, man. Like he actually, yeah, I've heard Mike, not Michael, Anthony Hamilton said he had Michael Jordan contributed to his career. Like gave
Yeah,
not only gave him shoes, but handed
Mike
him some
Jordan helped out Anthony Hamilton.
support
That's
now.
true.
Like so,
Like
yeah.
I said, the more and more shit that happened, the more and more shit that's gonna come out that yo, Mike really that dude. He just didn't talk about it. See, let me say that's another
And
thing
that's
about
another
being
thing.
real. When you real as you say you are, it's not about what people say about you, it's what you actually did. Anybody can say that I'm a loser and I'm a piece of garbage and I never did this and I did that. But if you walk around the city or all over the earth, there's a bunch of different people that can say, no, he did this, he did that. No, he did that. He did what you talking about. There's people all over that can tell you what I did. And I don't ask for no favors. I don't want anything from nobody. I just want everybody to be successful and be the best that they can be in at their point in time, or in their lifetime. I want you to be great at what you're able to be great at. But if you don't show me that, and you don't show me no action, and you just talking and running your mouth, I can't get behind that. So, Mike, you still that dude. You still are the greatest of all time. Even though you don't want to be considered that, you are the greatest of all time, and Keith Tall knows that as a younger generational guy. But
Right.
what we talking about now, brother?
I want to get into the NFL draft a little bit. Before that, I want to point out: have you seen John Morant's new shoes that's about to come out? Not the ones you. I think the ones you got. Those are fire. Those are killing the streets right
I
now.
got like three or four
Oh,
pair. But
oh
I
damn,
saw
for
some
real?
black and white joint. Yeah, I got like a blue, a turquoise pair, a pink pair, and I got like the brown and red joints.
Mm.
I can send them to you in a text message or whatever. But what pair are you talking about right now?
It's. I guess it's the ones after the ones you got. You got the next
Oh,
already
yes,
queued up.
sir. I did. I was looking at that earlier today. Like, he ain't gonna stop. John Morant, this is why I said all you got to do is play ball.
That's the thing. His shoes getting more take than him. Like they hotter than him right now. Like the shoes is getting love. He barely played the last 2 year and a half, but his shoes,
Bro, this is why I said all Ja gotta do is just hoop. Just hoop, bro. Like every $1 billion is waiting on you.
man.
All you gotta do is hoop.
Look what Jordan did. He wasn't getting nowhere near the good contract in the NBA, but them shoes, them different businesses that he made, they because of his likeness and stuff, he making $1 billion off that. But your shoes
bro,
right now,
it's so easy for them to get to the billionaire mark now. It's there. There's the NBA, which is is global, right? And Nike, which is global. Fam, they will literally put $500 million into you. All you gotta do is show up and deliver the product, which is playing basketball. Ja Morant, hey, if you ever hit this, my G, you ain't a gangster, you ain't a thug, you a basketball player. You 24, 25, 26 years old. That's what you are. You ain't a G, you ain't a gangster, you ain't a blood, you ain't a crip, you ain't none of that. Whatever they're telling you to buy into, it ain't you. That's not your image. You are literally making money playing basketball, putting a ball inside of an orange hoop with a cotton net on it that started out on peach baskets, which me and niggas like Keith, we played in the alley on telephone poles and on people's garages. We put crates up. We put peach baskets up. We put everything. We put wire hangers up to make those. You literally getting paid to do the same game that we love to do our whole entire life, and you throwing away by saying, "Well, I don't want to do that unless they let me do this." You bitching out. You being pusillanimous because you think that you got to do something extra to be a thug. You ain't no thug, bruh. If you was, that would be your mentality. And let me say this to you as well, because other guys around you not saying it. If you were really a gangster, you would be trying to get out of that environment and get $100 million. Because guess what? Every guy that ever hustled, every nigga that ever hustled, all the guys I grew up with, every last one of them, they wanted a quarter million, $500,000, or $1 million. They all wanted it. And some of them got it and couldn't get away from it. Some of them got there and they got killed or they got locked up. And you sitting on $200 million, $300 million, and there's more for you to make, but you won't make it because you feel like you out of sorts without being hood. You ain't no hood nigga, because if you were, that's where you would be right now. I grew up with a bunch of hood niggas that's stuck in that mentality and they can't make the money that you make. And some of them niggas are better than you. Some of them are locked up, some of them are in a grave, but you will never be them, but you will always be better than them because no one will ever hear from them niggas, bro. So go ahead, get your bag, man. Get your pockets together. Get out here, ball, and get your money. Bro, your shoes are dope. I will be buying more of these shoes.
man,
I'm
they
telling
cold.
you.
These last
I
couple of
said, bro, I said this years ago when he started dunking on people. I said, that's the one they want right there. That's the guy they looking for. They're looking for a guy like that. They're looking for the guy with the charisma. He's black. He's at a height that some of us can achieve, 6'2", 6'3", right?
Younger,
190 pounds, 200 pounds.
got the youth behind him, the
You got
younger
youth.
generation.
Everybody's looking at Steph. They're trying to shoot the ball, but everybody can't shoot the ball. So what is it? What happens? A guy like you that can dunk the ball shows up. What's even better? All you gotta do is work on your jump shot, work on your defense, work on your conditioning, your strength, and then Nike puts it right there in front of you. Hey, we're gonna go with you, and then Nike starts running ads for you. That
Yeah, but
means that they
man,
believe in you as a brand.
yeah.
That means that they're saying 5, 10 years from now, your shoes will be worth as much as you will be. But whoever you're listening to, wherever, whatever, if they be
Well,
Crip,
not listen to shit.
Blood, if they be Vice Lord, if they be GD, if they be Almighty Blackstone, if they be BD, whoever it is that you listen to ain't telling you how to really get no paper because they ain't never had no paper this much. You understand? They ain't never had no paper this big. So, in effect of it all, you're listening to people. Excuse me for what I'm about to say. You listen to people who are failures and losers. They never made no money. They never made no money. Why are you listening to them? Why are you listening to them? You got
Um,
all the opportunity in the world to be the one of the greatest basketball players ever, and you gonna throw it away just to be on some hood shit. That hood shit is only for the niggas that be in the hood, and you ain't in there. You a basketball player, my nigga. You get paid millions of dollars. Your worst day in the NBA is your worst day. They can't even get to that.
right. I
Your
was gonna say
worst
that.
day is something they can't even comprehend because you still make a couple $1,000,000 a week
Yeah, real
without
talk.
even killing nobody, without even raising your hand saying, yo, that guy gotta go. Yo, this person is interfering with my business. Stop this shit, John Morant. You ain't no gangster, man. You a basketball player, my nigga. Live in that.
You know,
Live in that. The music, the Pooh Shiesties, the Gucci Manes, them guys got a different lifestyle than you got. You ain't one of them. You ain't a Memphis nigga like that. You ain't no West Virginia nigga like that. You a basketball player. Own that shit and rock out with it. But the hard part now is that everybody's looking at you and they going, yo, I don't think I fuck with him no more. But because Nike, them shoes are selling,
provide.
I got them and I'm gonna keep ordering them. I'm about to wear some more off this motherfucker. I saw some black and white one joints that, yo, it blew my mind. I still ain't get the blue ones, you motherfuckers. But listen, John Morant, if you ever hear this, focus on the basketball. All that other shit don't mean nothing, man. Them niggas they ain't on nothing. Ask any of them niggas that's riding around with you that got guns, they got pills, they got Percocet, they got lean. Ask them when was the last time they made $1,000,000 and they made investments on it.
A lot of them
Ask them.
dying. A lot of them dying to be him, to be in that position.
A lot of them dying to be you, John Morant, and the rest of them niggas dying to watch you fail. They want you to fail. And even though they not saying it, that's the truth. That's the real truth. A lot of them niggas want you to fail. They don't want you to be successful. They want you to fail at what you're doing.
I mean, his own family problem.
That too.
Because I think his dad probably low key living vicariously through him.
It don't matter who's living vicariously through you. You are the product. And you got to sell yourself. And if you out here acting like that, that's the product that they don't want. You not Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson came from a different situation that you was in. Allen Iverson didn't have his father around all the time. Allen Iverson got kicked out of Denver, got kicked out of Virginia. Allen Iverson had John Thompson and all them people who were pushing him and championing him. They wanted him to do well. You already there, and you acting like a fucking like a entitled brat ass kid. Stop it. Get your shit together and get and move on, move forward. Cause them niggas ain't going when you ain't got nothing or that money start drying up. Watch how they leave you.
Mm-hmm.
Go talk to AI, or if like they say in the league, if you want to know the truth, go talk to Bubba Chuck. Go talk to Bubba Chuck. He'll tell you what happened. He'll tell you what happened. Go talk to him. That's
Yes,
all I
sir.
got. I'm done.
Yeah. So we need you back in the league, job playing games, man. It's healthy, so it make the league better. It was more interesting, more fun with you.
Way better. The league was way better when he was hooping and he made that team better. And that ain't you don't notice the signs, my guy? They gutted that whole team. They got rid of Triple J. They got rid of some of the best players. They got rid of Desmond Bain. He's in Orlando.
Hmm.
You ain't noticing the signs. Now they gonna say, "Hey, we gonna put it all on you, and we want you to do it. We want you to start showing up and showing us what you're capable of. And then after you show us that you ain't capable of nothing, we gonna drop you and throw you out to the side. And we gonna make you look like Carmelo Anthony and Steven Jackson and the rest of these niggas that we don't want to be bothered with. We gonna make you look like Matt Barnes. We gonna make you look like Jamal Crawford, Lou Williams. We gonna make you look like all the rest of them guys. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying, that couldn't do what they were supposed to do. And it ain't no disrespect to them, but the
Nah,
league know what they be doing. They paint guys. They paint these images of guys. They make you seem like you a bad guy. Michael Beasley, who doing interviews now, right? We gonna make you look like them.
yeah, watch that one with him and Shay Sharp. Sharp. That should be a good one.
I haven't gotten to it yet, but that's the plan. My nigga, you gonna wash out. They expecting you to wash out. And you right there. But the reason they can't do it is because you got a hot selling shoe right now. And they capitalizing off of it. And I'm gonna go buy some more of them motherfuckers. But you the one that's supposed to be holding it down because you the brand.
Yep.
You the brand, and you not acting like one. You not being a business. You acting like a bitch ass nigga out here that don't know what his purpose is in life, man. You acting like a straight bitch ass nigga. To me, I don't care if nobody else will say it. Don't want nobody else tell you. Your father ain't telling you either. You gonna blow a bag, my nigga. I work with a motherfucker that just blew a bag. Don't be like that, my nigga. Go get your money. Get your shit in order. Straight up, you got a chance to be the first billionaire in your family, and you gonna throw it away because you want to be you want to be out here in the street with these
Uh,
whack ass, lame ass niggas. These niggas ain't gonna never see the money that you got. Hey, go pull out $200,000 and tell them niggas, hey, you got, hey, put out 200 bands right now. Separate the weak from the real, man. Separate the real from the fake. You can do it. You looking at these niggas trying to be something you not. But my bad. I can't. I just hate shit like that, man. Because I'm about to literally spend more money on this nigga's shoes, man. And do you even know the percentage and profits of this shit that you're supposed to get?
I hope he do, but possibly they probably don't. They probably definitely getting over on him the sales. So
I'm
we'll
done.
see,
You got
man.
it. You got it. You got it.
NFL draft this week
Yes, sir.
started on what, Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Oakland Raiders had the number one pick. They went with Mendoza from University of Indiana, who won the championship.
Mm-hmm.
Fernando Mendoza. The number two pick was this guy David Bailey to the New York Jets. Considered one of the better defensive DN player, the defensive lineman players. And then number three, Jeremiah Love from the running back from Notre Dame, who had autism, but he was killing last year. Went to the Cardinals, Arizona Cardinals, which is good pickup for them, but like it's kind of might be a, almost same situation as last year when the Raiders picked up Ashton Genty.
Okay.
Like, which I mean, Ashton Genty was a great pickup for them, but like they didn't have an O line. Their O line was trash, and it showed. Genty didn't have the rookie of the year type year they was expecting. Team was still trash, and which is why they had the number one pick this year because they was just everywhere else on that team. It was like you had a Ferrari and a open bullshit garage, like terrible garage, but nice little trades and stuff going on. But I want to talk about the Bears picks.
Before you
They,
talk about the Bears picks, the scores before they just turned away from, I think it was 64-57. The OKC Thunder are up, which is what I expected.
it's just
Our good dunk, alley oop by Hartenstein. Yeah, 64-57 in the third quarter with 10 minutes left to go.
gotcha,
I ain't got my glasses on, so I'm squinting. Fuck all
gotcha.
y'all.
But yeah, Bears had the 25th pick in the first round on
And
day
who did
one.
the Bears get? Cool.
And at that pick, they end up getting Dylan Thieneman from Oregon. He was a safety. He was supposedly the top two safety in the draft
Okay.
behind Caleb Downs. Um,
Where did
I
Caleb
mean,
Downs go? Who did he go to?
I was going Dallas Cowboys actually. Dallas Cowboys traded up to take him at number 11, which I thought that was a great move by them. That helped solidify their defense because they had one of the worst defenses last year.
So Trey, you think that trading up for Caleb Downs was a good
For Dallas, 'cause they had like they didn't have that pick. They had like
one. Number
probably
11.
like a 14, 15 range, maybe, or like 12. I mean, they moved up probably a couple spots, but like no one expected them to get them. Like you thought, I forgot what team traded from that spot to have him, but for the NFC East, for the Philadelphia Eagles, New York Giants, Dallas Cowboys, and Washington Commanders, that's a good pickup for the Dallas Cowboys because they got to deal with the Eagles wide receivers. You got to deal with the Giants wide receivers now. Or that what John Harbaugh might be able to do with them, but the Bears end up getting like this guy's the safety that they were saying he's projected to go like top 15. Like he was supposed to be like at least 15, 16, 18. So like he fell to us.
So
And
we
looking
lucked
at
up. So the Bears lucked up on that.
yeah, like because like my whole the last since the end of the season, my whole thing was the first three picks go all defensive line or defense period, just like the end defensive tackle and or prop more likely a safety or cornerback because we needed we lost a few players from on the safety through free agency.
Then.
But I really want the defensive lineman on the team, so like that will push the line, make some get some sacks, tackle for losses, affect the game, on the offensive end for the other team. But looking at his play, looking at his highlights, he is one of the better defenders in the draft, and one of the better safeties in the draft from the college realm. So he looked like a great replacement of Jaquan Brisker, who we lost to the Pittsburgh Steelers. And then Kevin Byard went to the New England Patriots, who led the Bears in interceptions last year. So we got Kobe Bryant in replacement of Kevin
And
Byard.
what was so special about going to the Pittsburgh Steelers?
For
Hmm?
Jaquan Brisker, that's the thing. Like, I don't think there was anything special because the contract that he ended up signing with the Pittsburgh Steelers was a 1 year, $5 million deal contract. So the thing is, with the Bears, we could have re-signed him for future for longer, and he was our original draft pick. So we had first dibs on everything. I don't know if Dennis Allen or Ben Johnson felt like Jaquan Brisker fit that team or what it was. I mean, the thing is, like the defense, we even though we had the most turnovers in the league and caused the most turnovers, but we gave up a lot of yards in that process. So if we didn't
Mm,
have those turnovers, we would consider be probably one of the worst teams, like far as like yards allowed, touchdowns, all this stuff. So like
gotcha.
our defense wasn't impacting the game like it should have all the time, or taking over the game, getting more three and outs, turning the ball over and all that. So my thing is like he a great pickup, but if that D line is not getting to the quarterback or causing havoc in the trenches to affect the game to where it makes the quarterback rush, make bad decisions, or rush up their whole time clock, those safeties and cornerbacks gonna be back there running around trying to find the open receiver, and it's gonna be the same thing. So I just feel like we should have went, but I guess it's telling that like maybe they didn't think the defensive lineman in this draft was that great to want to go that route.
All right.
So
At some point they did knuckle down and get some offensive talent. I thought I was looking at something earlier where they did go for like a tight end or a wide
so,
receiver, something
so
like that.
that's what I'm saying. Like I said originally, like it was supposed to be like I said the first two, three picks supposed to be all defense. Because last year we went mainly all offense. Like the first 4 or 5 picks was all offense. Or something like that. 3 out of 4 was like all offense. Ended up being a mainly offensive, lineman. I mean, draft us. I'm thinking, okay, maybe they go a little bit more defense this year because our defense wasn't that great, but we had one of the better offenses this year. This year, but our second round pick, which was the 57th overall selection, we ended up getting Logan Jones from Iowa, a center, unanimous All American. Played 4 years. I think he started all 4 years, or at least 3 out of the 4 years. Didn't give up many sacks. Didn't give up. Didn't have too many like penalties, whatever. But we ended up getting our supposedly future center because our center, the center that we had last year that we signed just last year retired on us. But we did make trades, so we traded for the New England Patriots center Bradbury, who just took them to the Super Bowl. But we only got like a year or two with him anyway, so it's like we're gearing up for the next center behind him. Um, I wasn't mad at the pick, even though I felt like we still should have got a defensive player. But there was a player that got picked before him that I was looking at that we didn't get that was stolen from us. So I was like, damn, we gotta find a way. But Logan Jones could be our future center for Caleb Williams to protect him, and lead the offense to where it's gonna be. I always said before we got a good line this year, I was like, why can't we just get like some big haul white, corn-fed motherfucker from Iowa or Nebraska as our lineman? Hey, we got one. I'm cool with that. I'm not mad at that pick.
So what is it then? You think they're just trying to make sure that they're trying to yam on them. 69-60 in the third quarter with 7 minutes left to play in the game for the OKC Thunder versus the Phoenix Suns. What do you think it was? Because this would look like it could have been a draft where they got more guys on defense and they went more offense. Is it because it was just more offense driven, or do you think those guys are going to be around for the long haul, or are they going to be trade bait? What is it?
I think it's a combination of things. I think part of me really believe they think that this defensive line they have currently is strong enough or good enough to get better. And they think a lot of players so. The thing is our whole thing we've been saying get an edge opposite of Montez Sweat. Now this is the one part player that I actually like him. Our defensive end Austin Booker, who we drafted a couple of years ago. He's starting to come along last year and become a factor on the defensive end. So I actually want to give him that time to grow to actually show if he can take that next step. If the in between the trenches, like the defensive tackle, one or two, right in the middle, that you got to push that line, the offensive line back,
Gotcha.
stop the running game, stop the passing game. I was hoping they fix that up a little bit, but yeah, it's just I think the combination of that, and I just think that they probably didn't value the defensive players that's in this draft as high as some of the offensive guys. And Ben Johnson, he offensive guy, so of course he's gonna get what's gonna help this team. And I think these are depth pieces. I think these are for sure depth pieces or potential to trade somebody eventually, which leads to the third round pick that we had at number 69. We had Sam Roush, Roush, tight end from Stanford. Now looking at his, not his stats, but his whole thing, he's 6'6". He led the ACC in yards from a tight end at 545 yards, which is pretty solid from a tight end that's in the college, and leading the whole conference of that. I'll take that. They say he's a really great blocker, really good blocker for his size. And the thing is, he would be tight end on the third string because we got Cole Komet,
There it
Colston
is.
Loveland,
Colston.
Cole Komet, and then him. And then we had this other guy named Smythe, but they probably let him go, or he probably they don't think he's good enough
So
to be.
they only drafted one tight end because maybe I looked at it wrong. I thought they
Yeah, the
drafted
only one tight end, but they ended up getting a
wide
receiver after
receiver.
that too.
It's like 6'4" or something like that, 6'2" or something.
I didn't get his
I thought I
height.
saw it this morning. I was looking at part of it while I was laying in
He
bed.
they say he's fast. They say a lot of
That's what
people
I
for
thought
some reason
too.
a lot of people are saying Tyreek Hill's fast, but he does look like a weapon or a gadget, like guy just twitchy fast. But Sam Rouse the tight end. The only thing I can think of with this, I mean, besides it being a great tight end room with those guys, like we just said, Komet, Loveland, I think this has a possibility that could lead to a Cole Komet trade at some point. Even though they just restructured his deal to give us more room cap wise to possibly sign these rookies or possibly make a trade down the line. And that's why I think that's what it is. They went kind of offense heavy this year. I think they probably gearing up for a potential trade or free agent signing for
Got to
someone
be
else.
for the people that they signed. I was like, maybe this is going to indicate maybe this indicates a trade. Even though those seem like they're good pieces. I like getting another tight end. Don't get me wrong. I like getting another tight end. But when you already have Roma Dunze, you already have
Luther,
Luther, right?
yeah,
What's the other
Cole,
brother name? Cole
DJ gone,
Komet.
but yeah,
No,
Cole
you got
Komet,
Cole Komet,
you
and
got
then you
Loveland,
have Loveland.
the running
That's
backs.
hey, and then I got two running backs. I got enough weapons over here offensively. All I have to do is feed these guys. So what is it that causes you to draft another tight end and another wide receiver? Are you saying that Roma Dunze doesn't cut the mold? Are you saying Luther Burden doesn't cut the mold? Like, what are you saying about it? Because I was looking at that earlier this morning, wondering about that, And
They
I
they
don't have the answers to that, Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Maybe we'll be watching it and paying attention to what they do next.
I mean, I always felt like with in Saul, like you could never have too many weapons. So it's like, especially when you rolling the play out, you might have to dump it off to a tight end like Sam Rouse or Cole Kmet or Lovin to save you from because like Roman Duze and Luther Burden are young. They Roman's entering his third year, Luther about to enter his second year. So it's like teams are gonna they got more tape on them already, so they're gonna defend them better. They're gonna find ways to shut them down. So you're gonna have to have guys to lean on besides them two. And then we already got Khalif Raymond from the Detroit Lions. We got Ja'Day Walker, who was a rookie last year, who ended up coming through in a big game last year against the Packers, who I like when in preseason. But
Okay.
I mean, you saw what happened to Cole Kmet. He took off from game like halfway through the season, and then the rest of the end of the year, he became a threat for us and became a go-to guy. And like Cole Kmet, great blocker, and he made some great plays too. I wish he would stay up when he, catch the ball. He always seemed to fall as soon as he get to catch the ball. But I can see why, because I remember after that when said that last year, he ended up getting hit crazy. I was like, oh, I can see why he go down quick because he his be crazy.
Mhm.
So I mean, they must think dude must be that cold of a tight end to like, you know what, we can't pass up on this. 6'6", led the ACC in yards. Stanford always seemed to have push out, solid,
You know what,
receivers
bro? A
or
guy
tight
like
end.
that, that's that big, I can't pass on him though, man. Like I gotta
Whatever.
take that guy.
And I think,
I gotta lock him in and put him on the line when we're gonna do our running plays, or when
yeah.
we just go big on the line and we go
Mhm.
not just big on the line, we go big on the offense, and we got two guys like that or three guys that are at tight end with one receiver, and we just gonna do something crazy. Like I couldn't pass on a guy like that.
Yeah. So I think with that, especially with that pick, why we picked the tight end, I think if I remember correctly, it was so it might have been one of two things. We wanted Gabe. I wanted Gabe Yakic from the University of Illinois. He was a defensive lineman, one of the better ones. I can say in the draft, but like he had 11 sacks last year, 13 and a half tackle for losses, 3-4 fumbles. I think he led the college in 3-4 fumbles. So like I was hoping and it was close. He was like 55. We had 57. They took him. New England Patriots took him, and then we had to take Logan Jones, the center from Iowa. So I think a couple of our players were stolen from us. That's why we ended up getting the center and then the tight end. And then the tight end, right before he got picked, there was another defensive end that the Oakland Raiders took that I wanted, but we didn't get him. So I think that's what it was. That we had to adjust and go for the best available player, not what where our needs was at the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
But to finish out round three, 89th pick, we had Xavier Thomas from LSU,
Wait
wide
a
receiver.
minute. Wait a minute. You gotta because you gotta give him some detail. Savion Jaga, what you say his name was?
Xavier Thomas, wide receiver,
Mm-hmm.
LSU, speedy guy. Seemed to be like a fake Tyree Hill, like gadget. Once he get out in open space, he can take one turn and jet up on your ass. So I like that pickup. We needed receivers, especially with the loss of DJ Moore. Um, that will help. And then
But I
last
still
time,
think we got Roma Doomsday, right? Like, isn't he
yeah,
like a
but like
speed guy?
Rome Duze was
He was
who
hurt. He was hurt.
before he got hurt, he was our best receiver. Like he had the most yards. He looked like he improved from rookie year to sophomore year. But his dad be talking crazy on Twitter sometimes, and then like him
Yo,
getting
Pop
hurt.
Shield, we don't. You not the guy that's on the field doing holding calls.
Exactly.
Like we don't need your input on everything that's going. Like we understand that you want to support your son and make your son seem dynamic and great, and that's fine. But always remember, as you know, as a man, he still got to put in the work. You understand what I'm saying? So if he doesn't put in the work, it's gonna make him look bad.
It was just
But let
crazy.
him do
Like,
what he's supposed to do.
his dad was talking like not talk crazy on Twitter, but like just retweeting some things, liking some things, saying some things, and then right when that happened, his son get hurt. So like you see this way you don't say nothing because
That's why you gotta shut the hell up. That's why you gotta shut the hell up.
like, you
And
you complain
because
about
Pops is out there telling, not telling, he out there talking, they looking at him like, yo, his Pops won't shut up. We'll make him shut up.
so stuff like that. Yeah, so it's
Shut
like
up, Pops.
the more weapons
Make
help,
it
right?
cool.
The more help on offense we can get. I know Ben just gonna find a way to use these people and put them in the right position. So
Know that.
I like
Know
that.
that. A shout out to Ben Johnson, the head coach of the Chicago Bears. Loving it. Loving what
And,
you're doing out there, brother.
and Ben I trust.
It
And then we
is.
and
And
then
Ben I trust. You know?
and then in the round four we end up getting a cornerback Malik Muhammad from Texas, University of Texas, so a big school. I don't know too much about him, so I got to look into him with the tape and like stats and all that. But
What's
we
his
get
height? What's his position? What were we talking
cornerback, which we can always use extra cornerbacks and safety, so it don't right. It's just that lineman. We got to figure that out, man. Figure that out. But some good
They did
draft.
get one lineman, right? They didn't get no old lineman? Or did I trip out when I was what I
They
was
got
looking
old lineman, yeah. Logan Jones, the center, but like,
at?
I'm talking about we need defensive linemen.
Defense.
We
Okay.
need
Okay.
defensive
Lineman.
linemen.
Okay. All right.
And we had 3 picks today. I ain't see the rest of them after we started. So actually, we about to pick right now. So at in the sixth round, number 213 pick, the Chicago Bears are due to take. Well, I guess pick in the next minute and 9 seconds. I'll let you know when they make that pick.
Okay. We
But
can feel that. We can feel that.
some teams I'll give some props to for they drafting.
Okay.
The
Who that?
Raiders. It seemed like they plot
Keep talking. Keep talking. Just
yeah
keep talking.
Raiders. They seem to pick some good players actually this year, as far as like filling in some needs, getting the team right after the offseason they had, the Knicks trade that they had with Max Crosby to the Ravens. Now brought them back, which I still don't see how they still have that money to give to the other players that they gave it to. But Raiders, I give you a pat on the back. Y'all did good this year. Last year it wasn't so much, but this year, like y'all made some good strides on this. New York Giants. I think they came away big on this draft. Getting Averill Reese. You got another I think I want to say another good player. I forgot what position it was, but seemed like the picks you got with John Harbaugh coming in, filling out that team a little bit better, make them a better team. Cowboys, uh, hey, getting Caleb Downs was big. If he as great as they say he's going to be, as good as they say he's going to be, that's a big pickup for that team, especially on the defensive end, especially after last year with who they was. I think they gave away Trayvon Diggs to another team, so he's not there. So get a young guy to be able to hopefully become a showstopper, stop some receivers on that side of the ball. Who else? Chiefs. It's like every time the rich get richer and they find a way to sneak in and make a trade to get a good player. So end up getting one of the better cornerbacks from LSU, I think Mansour. And then other players I've seen like just seem to be they got good gadget or weapons to fill out the rest of the team. I think they're coming back with a vengeance. I think they believe Pat Mahomes will for sure be starting by if not week one within the first month or so. Probably hopefully give Justin Fields some games to try to show out maybe if he learned anything under them. But Browns seem to have a lot of picks this year, traded back a lot, and they seem to add some players to the team to fill out the need and some depth. Eagles got a nice little pickup with Makai Lemon from USC. So I rock with those picks.
Okay. So who did they select, bro?
Cool.
The Bears. Did the Bears pick?
Oh, so actually look like they said I just saw a note was look like they got Jordan Van Den Berg, defensive tackle from Georgia Tech, 46 tackles, 10 tackle for loss, and they went so fast
Jordan.
with the sacks.
Georgia Tech is a good place to be coming from, though. That's a good
Yeah,
place to be coming
I'm
from.
not yeah I'm not mad at it, but I
That's a
just
good place
saw
to be
like
coming
a tweet that we traded back, so I don't know if that was for us or for them for the Buffalo Bills
from.
that
Oh,
we
Bill.
traded. So we'll see in the next couple minutes if that's stick or not. But I need a defensive tackle that can make some movement going. So hopefully that we did keep that pick if he's
Yeah,
legit.
that's what you need. You need somebody that's gonna really like crush the pocket, or cause some ruckus, some chaos out there on the field.
Yeah.
We need like a couple guys like that on both ends of the
Yes, sir. So
line.
that's my NFL draft little tidbit with the Bears. Other picks, wasn't none that really stood out to me. I feel like that was like all right, but we'll see. We'll see
The
if they
picks for the Ravens looked good too, man. A couple picks. I forgot the names of them.
That's what I
They
was
look
saying.
good.
When you left, I gave away who I thought actually drafted well. And the Raiders was
Okay.
one of the teams. New York Giants, Dallas
Yeah,
Cowboys.
the New York Giants look to be doing well. As sorry everybody for stepping away, but you gotta do what you gotta do. But they
Yeah,
look like they made some great picks within those first 2 to 3 rounds as well.
yep. Cowboys. I gave the Chiefs. They seem like they snuck in and grabbed some good players when you least expected it this year.
Okay.
And then the Browns. They made a lot of trade back, but they made some picks where it's like, all right, I ain't saying they're gonna be playoff team next year probably, but
We just
they
gotta
make
see with them, man. We just gotta see with them.
baby steps, baby steps.
Mhm.
And I said the Eagles getting Makai Lemon from the USC, the wide receiver, one of the better ones that everyone was saying. Oh, with that the pick, it just ensures that more than likely AJ Brown will be traded to New England Patriots at some
Right.
point this offseason. So Devontae Smith, Makai Lemon, and then they got Hollywood Brown now. So it's like it just
So
all depends
Hollywood
on
Brown left the Kansas City Chiefs to go to the Philadelphia Eagles.
yeah.
Got it.
So
Okay.
I mean, he from Philadelphia. I don't
So
know
you
why. I
jump
mean,
from one Brown to another Brown, huh?
yeah,
Yeah, you think
but
that's gonna work? I don't think Hollywood. I
it's
don't think
just
Hollywood Brown's gonna make a difference.
he can. He's solid. It's all on Jalen Hurts. Will he make or whoever the offensive coordinator and Jalen Hurts is he going to trust
Age.
to make these throws? Can he make these throws? Will the offensive coordinator make the plays to get these going?
Jalen Hurts. You have to make the inter. You have to make the intermediate throws. Being able to throw the long ball is awesome. We love you for it. Like you got an arm. That's what that means. That's what that tells us. But it's the throws that Tom Brady made that counted. The dinks and doinks that got you to 3 yards and the 5 yards, and then these guys would break open for 7 yards, 10 yards, or they would just break up field for more yards than they ever had. You got to get to that point, brother. You got to start throwing the short passes that actually matter. Until you do that, your team is going to continue to struggle. Even if it was to one AJ Brown that you were passing the ball to, you still got to make those throws, my man. You still got to make those passes. Those passes count just as much as a deep ball does. And if these guys start looking at your team going, yo, all we got to do is cut these guys off up the field, and you never make those adjustments there, they'll always know how to beat you defensively when they scheme. You got to make sure that you're well rounded. And you're dope, Jalen Hurts. You one of the few players who to ever have a different offensive coordinator his entire career. I think you dope. But sir, you got to start knocking that wall down and start making sure that you can make those passes as well. That's all I got. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So that's my touch on those NFL tip. Now the MLB.
Boo! What you got? What you got?
Okay. All right, so it's confirmed we did get a defensive tackle, Jordan Van Den Berg. It's literally Van Den Berg from Georgia Tech. And we ended up getting a linebacker the pick before that. So, all right, we're getting a couple of defensive players on that end.
Need that.
But,
Need that.
MLB, shout out to the Sox and Cubs. Get the Cubs out the way. They took the Cubs on the 10-game winning streak, end up going from worst to first in the division as of now. You know, Cincinnati Reds is right there. But the Sox, who everybody, we was the worst team a couple years ago with the most losses ever, understandable. Everybody like, no, y'all ain't gonna be shit this year, bro. We ended up signing one of the best players from Japan last year. We got the fat
Say his
Otani,
name. Say his name.
Munetaka Murakami, Munetaka Murakami, Munetaka Murakami,
Say it one more time.
Munetaka Murakami. Let's get it. He is right now tied for the most home runs in the MLB, the whole league. And he a
Ooh. Get out of
rookie.
here.
He's a rookie. And the main problem was like, can he hit American pitching? He got the power, but he did a lot of swing and miss. He got all this and that third. He just proving people wrong this year so far. Yet when his first like 3 4 games, he had 3 straight home runs in his first 3 games. And then after that, when they start to go to the slow pitches, like the change ups, the sliders, the off speed pitches, he had a struggle. It showed like okay, this is what everybody was talking about. Why they were skeptical on bringing him in and why he ended up coming here and didn't get as much money as everybody thought he was gonna get. But he's starting to figure it out, and he's starting to hit his left. Like, matter of fact, let me finish, slow up.
Yeah, you didn't get excited. You didn't get excited.
Man, this is how excited I had never been this excited since probably like 2000, 2001 when we was actually in the playoffs. But in this time, the last few weeks, the last couple weeks, he has hit home runs in 5 straight games,
Oh, that's
which is
big. Five straight
that's
games.
5 straight games he had a home run. And
Crazy.
this is a rookie we talking about.
Mm,
And we also in that time we won 2 straight series. Like we won 2 out of 3 against the Sacramento A's, what used to be
okay.
Oakland A's, and we won 2 out of 3 against the Arizona Diamondbacks, who was a team that went to the World Series 2 years ago.
Okay. All right.
And fighting back. So Munataka has 11 home runs, tied for league lead with Jordan Alvarez, who played for the Houston Astros, who's been in the league for about 6, 7 years now, 5, 6, 7 years. He has hit 5 straight home runs in the game. That stopped the other day, but he hit 6 out of 7 yesterday, which led to number 11 of the year, leading the whole league, not
Mm,
just for a rookie, the whole
the
league, which
whole league. Okay.
veterans are involved with this.
Yeah.
Also, in combination with him balling with the we got another player, Colson Montgomery, our shortstop, who last year came in, at half point raking. He was hitting home runs. All that was basically what he was doing. He just many home runs. What I'm
Hmm.
seeing this year, not only did him and Munatake Murakami, Colson Montgomery, both of them are the first teammates to have a 3 or 4 game home run stretch, and they both hit home runs in these games in that stretch. So Murataki Munataka had 5 games straight. Costa Montgomery had 4 straight games of a home run, and they was all in succession with each other. And then also in that mix, Miguel Vargas, our third baseman, had 3 straight games of a home run. So our offense is heating up at the right time. We just came back on the road, and that's when the offense started to click. Like we started to come together, get it going. What I'm loving about Costa Montgomery, I was like, because we knew he could hit home runs and he'd be smacking them. But it's the other hits I need to see. I need to see the gaps in between center field and right field. I need to see the
Okay.
hits on the ground going past the first baseman and second baseman. And he's starting to do that now. His average is starting to go up a little bit more. So, bro, I think if they could just keep learning the game, keep getting better, and we winning games this year that we was losing game badly last year.
Good. Good. Good.
So we're 11-15. The last time we
That's not
talked,
too bad. That's not
bro,
too bad.
when we talked the other day, we was 9-15. So
Mm,
won 2 games since then, but compared to last year, we didn't get our 11th win till about May something.
terrible.
It's still
Trash.
it's still April. So and that was a stretch, but like this team, man, slowly and surely starting to become. If we could just stay healthy, and we don't even got our best catcher right now playing. He's still hurt from the World Baseball Classic. Cal Till. Uh, in our pitching, we still figuring that
Get
out.
healthy to the catcher. Make sure that you come back healthy. I understand why you may not want to rush yourself back, but we need you out there, big dog.
Because like at first when he got hurt, they said, "Oh, he'll be back after the first 2 series against the teams." But we've played about 10 series now, which I'm glad. Like, see, or don't rush him back because especially hamstring,
They
that's
shouldn't.
that's gonna linger all year. And the position he played, cause for a catcher, he is fast, which is crazy. Your catcher is usually your slowest player, your biggest player, or strongest player, or whatever. He's a quick. He can run base and steal a ball, base and all that. So our with the White Sox, and we got the number 1 pick this year, and everyone is a consensus number 1 pick, draft pick. Like no one else should be going in front of this guy, Rosh Chalosky from UCLA, a shortstop. He
Say his
killing
last
right now.
name again.
Rosh Chalosky, ChowloS. I don't know how to spell it, but Chalosky.
That's what I wanted you to do. That's all I wanted you to
No, but
do. Yeah.
bro, White Sox is on the up and up, man. If they just
Good. It's all about consistency and making sure that they put up a better effort out there on the field. Uh, I want to go to some of these games, man. I want to have a good time, and I want y'all to get a
oh,
win. I don't just want to go
Yeah.
and just be chilling and have a good time like I do at Cubs games where they win or lose. I want that too, but I want to see y'all winning, man. Like I be
So
buying. I got a lot of over my lifetime, and I'm 44 years old. I've bought a lot of socks,
yeah,
caps,
yeah.
and there's only been a few
Just time
winning
me a new one.
seasons that they've had since I've been buying socks, caps. And one of those seasons they won a championship, and I was young. I was very young, so it's a lot of boo going on, and I would like to just
I'm sick. I lost my World Series hat. I don't even think I lost it. Somebody else lost that motherfucker. I'm
let me
sick.
tag off. I wasn't even
But
mad about that hat because I had already been wearing them. So the World Series hat is dope, but I'm already
it's like
wearing
a
them.
memorabilia,
It is.
collectible.
It is.
Like,
It exactly is. But for me, that's why it didn't matter. It's like I already own so many of these hats that
yeah,
if I don't I think I may have lost my World Series hat or it got stolen or whatever. But it didn't matter to me at that point because I had worn so many. And let me say this: yes, to anybody that's wanting to know, yes, I did wear Cubs hats. I used to wear the pinstripe, red and white hat. I mean, red and cream hat. I had a bunch of Cubs hats, but I'm from the South Side, and those hats have always appealed to me more than putting that C on that cap. You know what I mean? When I see that socks on there, I'm
socks.
pretty much firm on that when I see that
Socks is top five in hat sales every year because
all the time.
just how
Yep.
cold, just the colorway, black and white, the old English letters, just convenient for everybody. Kevin Durant stayed rocking that motherfucker. You know, all these little, I mean, Ice Cube and them helped made the
Yep,
hat
made
become
it famous.
iconic.
Yeah, iconic. There you go. Iconic, not
Frank
famous, but
Thomas and
iconic.
all
Yep.
them. So
Yep.
we had,
Salute to Frank Thomas.
yeah, I know y'all. I know he going through with the White Sox right now. They ain't at the best odds right now, but hopefully they can figure something out. But yeah,
Hopefully,
Sox
hopefully they
man,
get together.
we giving y'all another year too to get ready, man, before it should start taking off. But
Yeah,
fuck the
before we start
Cubs.
ragging on y'all asses. Say,
The
hey man,
Cubs
fuck
10 game winning streak. I give you that, y'all, because
salute to the
y'all was
Cubs,
down bad.
man.
Y'all was
Salute to the
down bad.
Cubs.
Without if y'all was to lose five out of
Dirty
them
back
10,
ass.
so yeah, fuck the Cubs. But you know,
Fuck 'em.
the Chicago in me is going to apply the 10 game winning streak. But at some point in the season, we already know what's going to happen, and I ain't gonna
Yeah,
say no more. But as far as
has
that
something to
goes,
do with a no limit tank, but.
no limit sold.
Ba-ba-ba,
I thought I told that
ba-ba-ba-ba,
no limit sold.
ba-ba-ba-ba, 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 ba-ba-ba-ba.
You got yeah.
Make them say, na
But
na na na.
that's it on my end. Unless you got something you want to get off in your chest. Any fights today? Any anybody get knocked out
Oh,
recently?
no fights to get today that I know about. The only conversation there has been is about Conor Benn taking a deal with Zuffer or Zuffa for $15 million. And he beat Regis Prograis, which is a fight that he was supposed to win. But hey, man, Conor Benn, you a guy that that's a power punch, and you believe in tracking guys down and stalking guys and knocking guys out. Since that case you had where it was PEDs, this is a guy that person like you should have knocked out. You ain't knock out Regis Prograis from New Orleans. Salute to Regis Prograis for being a stalwart in the industry, in the sport or in the business of boxing, and being around for so long. I think you should. Even I think he did retire, but I thought he would go up to 147 and test himself there, but he did not. Pardon me, he did not test himself there. So he did fight Regis. He did fight Conor Benn, which was an okay fight, but he didn't. Conor Benn didn't even look like the best in that fight, and maybe it's because he was trying to lose so much weight to come down off of weight after fighting a sibling, not a sibling, but a fighter that was like him. So Conor Benn fought Chris Eubanks. So Eubank Senior and Nigel Benn were the two fathers that fought years ago in the '90s, and then Chris Eubank Jr. and then Conor Benn have fought over the last couple of years, and the fights were just okay. They weren't really all that, but um, I don't know what to say about Conor Benn. I think he's okay. I think he should fight Keyshawn Davis, but that's too small for him. So if you want, you can always fight Brian Norman, which would be It'll be an action packed fight. They'll just be banging away at each other. But Conor Benn, you made a statement saying that you would rather fight a guy that would be all action than a fight, a boring fight, which means that you don't want to fight a guy like Shakur Stevenson. And you don't want to fight a guy like Devin Haney because you know they're gonna box you and they're gonna discipline you the whole night and they're not gonna just let you swing away at them, which is great to me because it shows that you're still not capable of doing what you're supposed to do against guys that are at the extremely high level of boxing and not just fighting and throwing punches. The biggest fight comes up next week. David Benavidez and Zuro Ramirez will fight on May 2nd. This will be the biggest fight. It's supposed to also celebrate the Mexican holidays or independence during May. I got David Benavidez for this fight. He's moving up to cruiserweight, which is around 190, 200 pounds or something like that. I got David Benavidez. I've been looking at the clips of him on YouTube, and he's doing a lot of speed training, which lets me know that he's going back to throwing punches and bunches, which means that he's not going to go out there, he's not going to just try to crunch your shit in right away. He plans on going at you with a multitude of punches and using different angles to catch you off guard and to open you up for more punishment and more pain throughout the course of the fight. Gervonta Davis they're saying he's supposed to be on his way back. I'm not really worried about that. I do want to see Keyshawn Davis fight against Gary Antoine Russell or Subriel Matias or one of these guys at 140. I would like to see Shakur Stevenson fight somebody at 140 or go back down to 135 and complain. I'm not complaining. Campaign for superiority. I would like to see Shakur campaign for superiority at 135. I don't think there's nobody at 135 that he can beat. He cannot beat. I don't think there's nobody at 140 that he cannot beat. The current talk is about him making 144 147 pounds to fight Devin Haney. That fight is still up in the air. If I was Shakur, like I said, I would go back down to 135 and get as many belts as I can there, and then make my way up to 140, see what I can do there, and then go up to 147. Like I said early on in their career, Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney will not fight early on in their career. They will more than likely clear the deck at some weight class, or they will meet at the top level at 140 or 147, and they will be able to show and display what they're great at that weight class. But at those smaller weight classes, that just wouldn't be a fight that would happen. There are too many great fighters at those weight classes that we would like to see them fight, but they may never even fight these guys because these guys are going to stay out of their way. So the biggest fight will be next week, and I look forward to seeing that from David Benavidez, the Mexican monster, El Monstro.
Cold. He's definitely cold.
Yeah, he is versus Gilberto Zuro Ramirez. That's a fight that should be a bang-em fight. That will not be a fight where guys retreat and stay out of each other's way. That's going to be a fight about pressure, some boxing, but a lot of banging. And we will see who lasts the longest in that fight. If I were you, David Benavidez, I would have done 500 push-ups, 300 to 500 push-ups every day because you are a warrior and you like to come forward and you have good defense, but a guy like that finds a spot to bang on you and he ends up banging on the body, he will continue to do that. So let me bang. Hey, let me bang. Let me bang. Oh,
Yeah.
hold me up, hold me up, hold me up, hold me up. But hold on, let me get back to it because I almost saw footwork in here. But that is a fight that's going to be pretty good. So if you haven't bought that pay-per-view fight, you should plan on buying it. They're also saying that fight hasn't sold out the way that they thought it would, and it's probably because everyone keeps saying that, but they keep forgetting that you want the Mexican community to get behind this fight. But how many people know about Gilberto Zurro Ramirez fighting in America? If you fought, if they did put that fight in Phoenix, everyone knows who David Benavidez is fighting.
They would have been slow.
Yeah, they know who David Benavidez is. It's just that the May 2nd fight, these guys are still playing basketball, so that's something that you have to be aware of. So A lot of promotion should not a lot, but some good promotion should have went toward this fight, and it didn't. So if y'all talking about not selling enough tickets, that's based on you all not doing what you're supposed to do. You are the promoters. They are the fighter. Your job is to promote. Their job is to fight. So that is the biggest fight that I think is out there for right now. And then after that, when David wins, there will be Dimitri Bivol at 175 if he decides to go back down, and there will also be Artur Beterbiev if he decides to go back down and fight those guys. So he has two good fights that he could step into, and then if he just stays at the cruiserweight, Jay Opataya will be waiting for you. Now I think that would be a bang up fight as well.
All
Keith, what
right.
is the current score on that OKC Phoenix Suns game?
Actually, I turned it to the draft.
Oh, he turned to
But
the draft. So what we got on the draft? What we at? Where we at? Do we? Is there anybody of note that we need to be paying attention to in the draft?
uh, I mean, as of right now, they in with round seven, so this where
This the end right here. This the
and
end.
so none of that. Like the Bears made most of their picks. I think probably got maybe one more 7 round pick. But I mean, the main ones we talked about already, like who gonna be the top guys. Fernando Mendoza, Jeremiah Love, David Bailey. The
Hmm.
Bears pick up a Dylan Dinneman. Like everybody thought he was gonna go to Minnesota, and he's gonna play Minnesota twice a year. So I think we got one of the better safeties in the league. Caleb Downs went to Cowboys. Chiefs came up on a couple of guys, a great cornerback,
Ty
Mansour.
Simpson went to the
Oh
Los
yes, yeah, yeah.
Angeles Rams. You didn't mention that.
That is crazy. I forgot about it because I actually went to the store when that happened, so I missed it when it happened.
Alert!
But
Alert!
yeah, Ty Simpson being drafted by the Los Angeles Rams at number 13, which is probably too high for him. But they may be saying they got their next quarterback after Matt Stafford, your
After
boy.
Matt Stafford, that's what I think. What's going to happen is that they're gonna train this guy and get this guy ready. When Matthew Stafford decides, hey, I've done enough, and I'm leaving up out of here, and I'm leaving with my head held high, and I'm ensuring that the guy behind me is gonna be a guy that is in good standing and in good condition to take on this guy, take on
I
this
mean,
role. So
who knows when that time is? Because he might got 3 more years of him.
that's all you need. Hey,
Yeah,
Brett Favre had to do it. Jordan Love had to do it. That's all you need.
Aaron Rodgers, yeah.
Yeah, that's all you need. Everyone fault Aaron Rodgers. So, hey, the next 2 or 3 years, young man, soak it all in. Learn the game. Don't worry about not playing
Yeah,
because there's stuff that you don't know about this game as it
it works.
speeds up, and these guys are stronger than you that you don't understand. That is a guy that you could learn everything from, and you should be very aware of what he knows. Learn it all. Get prepared and soak it up. Be a sponge. Be competitive, but be a sponge and you're gonna be all right, brother.
Yeah, so and it works out for a lot of quarterbacks if they sit behind a great quarterback, for a couple years and they turn to be pretty good.
Does.
So
It
I'm not
does.
mad at it. So that's it for me on my end on the sports corner or sports punch tip.
Sports punch.
West
Ladies
West.
and gentlemen, he's done. We are done. We're gonna enjoy the rest of our day. I got somewhere to be. I gotta take a shower. I gotta get refreshed and get
Starving like
myself looking
Marv.
good. Oh, I am starving as well. I'm gonna have to call up some food real quick so I can eat and be in good
Hmm.
spirits and everything when I'm around people. So without anything else to say, remember the mission statement when you're striving for greatness. God never puts you in the driver's seat if it's taken. Ladies and gentlemen, we are done here. This is Brother O with my co-host Keith Too Tall. One day soon we will be going live and we will also have other guests on here. But until
Yeah,
then, y'all take care of yourselves, be safe, and be aware. We done.
sir.